morning, everybody.
Good
Grand
morning,
rising to you.
my people. Okay, never mind. What's going on, everybody?
Girl, it's Sunday morning. We got to worship from home. That's what's going on.
It's all good. As long as we can still worship, though.
But this is true. We can do that from anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I thought would be cool today because this is like a 20, well, more than 20 years, 30, about 30-year tradition with us in terms of our friendship and how we have. Uh, I still see here that echo. Y'all hear that?
The only person I hear echo from is when you're talking, Deb.
So it's me. Yep, I can hear you. Hold on. I was trying to move my mic. I'm trying to bring you on the screen now, Trees. Can you hear me, Trees? Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Kim, you out and came back in? Okay, give us a second. Kim, I think she's freezing.
Kim fell off.
Yeah, Kim did
Yeah.
fall off.
Okay, so Kim, hold on. Wait.
Oh, I can see Kim
Okay,
now.
so I got
But
Deb.
Deb, I can't see
Okay,
you.
so I gotta get Trees in here. So what
I can see
what I'm
everybody
gonna
except
do
for
is
Tracy.
log myself out for a minute because I gotta be in the comments and all of that. And
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
put you on the screen. But what I was saying was before I put the Trees on the screen is that I echo. I don't know where it's coming from, guys. Um, what one of the things that we do in our friendship is over the years we have kept in touch and checked up on each other. So this is like a tradition for us, like once a year, twice a year if we can, to just get together and see how everybody's doing. And so I thought it would be cool to see how we could do that, you know, under the current conditions with a pandemic, something we never experienced before, and just how we're managing it and what we think the future is going to look like, and um, you know how we get through it. So whatever you want to talk about. I mean, y'all don't look at me. Y'all looking at me like we just
Well, first of all, thank you, Deborah, for putting this together and us having the opportunity to be able to jump on, to be able to say hello to each other in a face-to-face type environment. Like you said, this COVID-19 has turned our world upside down. It was something we would probably never imagine would have happened to us in terms of having to be so confined to our homes and not being able to live our lives freely as we did before. And here it is now. You gotta protect yourself in every aspect just to walk outside your door. I mean, I can't. I feel even awkward just freely sitting outside on my patio. People walking past because again, there's just a little bit too close, and if somebody cough or sneeze, you like, oh, wait a minute, hold on now. You know what? Take us somewhere else because you don't want to be exposed to anything. And then you can turn around and be so careful until you just, you're making yourself a nervous wreck. Good morning, Tree.
Good morning. Good morning, Latrice. Hey, good Can you hear us? I can hear you. I can see you and can hear you.
All right.
Hello? Can you hear us? Yeah. Latrice. Yes.
You
I
can't
can hear
hear or
you.
see her?
She
I
can
can.
hear us. I can see her too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
Okay.
can
can see
see
you.
and hear her.
Hi, Latrice. I'm Deb.
Hey, Deb, how you doing? I
I'm
can't hear her.
good.
Oh, you can hear her, Deborah?
Yep, I can hear her.
Okay.
So, Deb, I want to respond to your comment too about us having known each other for such a long time and um, having this as a a regular occurrence getting together. And with regard to this and the pandemic, we kind of got together in somewhat of a crisis situation that bonded our relationship so close when we had to go through something that had never been experienced before at the company that we were at. And for us, we found that the Lord was our glue, our bond, our hold together. And I know that that's what we're doing even with the pandemic. We found that, okay, so it's something we never been through before,
Right.
but it's not like we didn't have the Lord before when we went through something. And so I think we can just take those same things we learned 30 some odd years ago
Wow.
and just keep applying them to today. Because the first time we got together, he blew in like a Russian mighty wind. It's not going to stop now. I know we all have that same faith. We've even gone through all kind of stuff. And he get us through this just like he did everything else. True, we still have to, be cautious about everything, just like we did on the job back then. We had to do things a certain kind of way so that we stayed in the right place. But just
Mm-hmm.
with the pandemic, we got to listen to God, do what we know how to do, and just keep moving on. We'll get through it. Things might change, but things change in life anyway.
That's true, Deborah. Like you said, you can't expect things to stay the same. There's no growth. There's nothing that will take you to your next level without having that. God's word never told you you're gonna have a perfect life. Crises were going to be evident.
Yeah.
Right. And out of that, in saying that, I'm gonna say this: we will get something out of this. You know what I'm saying? God will set you down and get your attention
Oh
and
yeah.
make you listen to him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
this is a good opportunity, I think, for myself to just sit back and get to know myself, where I am in life right now, and just I'm going to use this time not just to lay around and be lazy or whatever, but I'm getting something out of this. I'm able to study the way I want to study and just do some things that I wasn't able to do before. So I think everything does happen for a reason, just like 30 years ago. And that's a long time ago, 30
That was
years
a long
ago.
time ago.
Yes.
It was called working. What was it, Deborah?
um, Deb, you wrote the publication. What was the name of it? She can't hear us.
Deb?
Can you hear us, Deb?
I don't even see Deb.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of the publication.
But however,
I'm in here.
whatever. Anyways,
Oh,
just to give you a
Figured
little
out
in.
that I can only put four on the screen, so I put the trees on instead of me. But pay
okay.
attention to the comment
But
box.
could you hear us?
It's working world prayer partner.
It was
Okay.
what?
Working World Prayer Partners.
Oh,
Oh, oh my God. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And we saw so many positive things come out of that, and so many people got blessed.
And it happened fast, and you know what, we were just moved to make that move. There were so many things going on in that office at that time, and we just, we didn't complain. We didn't go to upper management screaming or anything. We just, smoothly, every Friday, we our group got bigger and bigger, and we get together and pray for different people, for ourselves. And next thing you knew, things had just turned around. Things just turned around, right before our face. you know so here we go again.
I mean, the one good thing I would say out of that, I
I
did
can't hear you,
happen
Tanya.
to. You can't hear me,
I can
Deborah.
hear
They can't
you.
hear me.
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
Okay,
you.
can you hear me, Latrice?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay,
Can't
because one
hear.
of the great things I will say is, like she says, even in the fact that it looked like it was a downfall for us. I mean, I attained a new skill. I attained new working skills. Those skills had led me to being able to get a good career further on down the line. And amazingly enough, even after all of that, I turned around and picked dental back up in my transition when I relocated. So it's amazing how you think something that seems so small and minute does not
I
count in
can't
your
hear.
world, and it does. You can do it, come back to it. So I'm thankful for learning those things because those things have kept me to be able to take care of myself and my family.
Uh-oh, Kim, we lost Kim.
Oh, yep,
Uh,
she's frozen.
I know she said she
I'll
couldn't
bring her
hear.
back in when she comes back in. Can y'all see the comment box?
yes.
Yeah.
Chat box. So I'm talking to y'all on there.
Oh,
I'm
okay, I see it.
responding to what
Okay.
people are saying there. Okay, Kim is back.
Okay.
Okay, so Tanya, you were saying that you took the things that you learned from the past and applied it and got even better things after that. So we're going to do that
Absolutely.
after this pandemic, you know.
And you know what? And I know that God's preparing me for that, and I am just patiently waiting because it is certainly got a lot of things ahead of me. You guys are gonna be so surprised in the next 3 months. I'm telling you, you guys are gonna fall off because you're gonna say, "Well, why didn't you say something when we had this conversation?" Because it's not time yet. But trust me,
Okay,
it's some
okay,
great things
okay.
coming ahead.
All right.
Well, you got to do everything in the right timing. So that's all
Oh,
right.
I know how to do that too.
Yeah.
Well, I can be a
I've
little.
been patiently waiting, and everything is coming right the way it should be, and it is just amazing. That's all I can say. It is just simply amazing.
Well, just I haven't been out, and I've been doing a lot of Zoom like this and everything, but just just being around, people physically is, it does something to you.
Yeah, it does.
It does something to you, and so I'm adjusting to that too. That's a big adjustment for me, you know but I needed to be seated. I think, I needed to sit down to be able to listen, and so.
But you know what? Being with this social distance, if this went on for another 5 months, you could almost get used to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If something is consistently happening over and over and over again, you gonna get used to it. And I mean, it kind of just makes you not want to be bothered. I mean, I'm a sociable person. I'm right on hands. I like to talk to people. I'm 2 feet away from them. I'm in their face. That's just what I do. I'm a people person. But because of this going on, I mean, how can things get back to normal? I mean, when is it going to be okay for our mask to be off? And how comfortable are we going to be with being in front of, socializing with people again? I mean, even once this supposed to be have passed, if a person sneeze, cough, if they blow on their nose, I mean, it's gonna make you want to, like, step away from them or not be around them. I mean, how things are going to be in the restaurant? How are things going to be, set up if we dining out and we got a party of 10? How I'm just wondering, how is life going to be? Are we going to be sitting at the table with our mask on and we trying to eat? How,
I know.
you
It
know,
is. It's going to be definitely something to see and to experience once things do what they say they'll do as far as calming down. I mean, like you said, when do we get back to that sense of normalcy? It may not be for a whole year. I mean, so many things are already being proposed to not even occur this year. No live, concerts and things like that. They're talking about all the sporting events and things like that being canceled until 2021. I mean, you're used to going out here and having all of these things in your life, and once you realize the only thing that you're going to probably be able to do is small gatherings, like you said, when you go out in public, how comfortable are you going to feel being around someone that could cough or sneeze? Being around and sitting too close to someone, or how guarded are you going to be and defensive? And then how is it going to have other people reacting to you when if you say something to them about what they're doing and how close they are to you, or something like that? Because people are going to be angry. They're going to be very high tempered because if you say something, they're going to feel offended. So you have to really, really pay attention and be careful of where you are, what you're saying, what you're doing, because when you're looking at other people, and other people are in your face or in your situation that you feel like they're violating you, then they may feel like, "Well, how are you talking to me like this?" So it's
Yeah.
going to be a lot to deal with
Yeah, it
because people
is.
get aggressive, and aggressive turns into violence, and it's you're gonna have to choose your battles. I mean, really, when you're
Yeah.
out here and dealing with the public again, because it is certainly going to be a big change, Trees. It is. I mean, like you said, you're out to dinner, and all of a sudden somebody walks past you and they're sneezing and coughing, and it's something simple because we sneeze and cough anyway,
All
but
the
we're gonna take
time.
it in a
Yeah.
whole different matter because of the fact that it's like, what? Hold on, cover your mouth.
Yeah.
Don't
I mean,
stand so
things that
close
we
to
should
me.
be doing anyway, you know what I'm saying? But it's just times 10, you just real extra sensitive. And then when you have those masks on, all you looking at is people's eyes. So it's like you really you can't tell a full expression on how a person is really looking at you. Everybody kind of looking at you, everybody looking at everybody like at the same way. You know, and you all you seeing is their
Hmm.
eyes. You don't, people are, the thing is you don't see facial expressions anymore. You can't tell if a person is smiling. You know, it's just kind of like everybody has this, you can't tell anything with the eyes. I mean, if somebody's squinting, but you can't read language with just eyes. I mean, other than,
Exactly.
it's just, it's so I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I don't know. It's just so abnormal. This is just like,
But
I know,
this
huh?
this appears to be the new normal. Normal. There's no normal anymore. You know what I'm saying? The way it used to be.
Right.
Deborah, would you agree with that? Is
Yeah,
this
I
the new
do.
normal?
It's not the way that it used to be. It is a temporary new normal. We're going to get another normal, and it's going to be something that we are able to be satisfied with, something we're able to live comfortably with. But like Tanya said, it's going to take time, and I don't think we need to rush it. We need to just let it happen normally.
Yeah, but it's like, but once it gets back to being normal, are we gonna be comfortable with the normal?
I
Back.
think that's going to depend on people's personalities. Because some people get comfortable with things right away and other people don't. And I think it also has to do with your fear level and
Mhm.
whether or not you pick and choose your battles. So I think it will be different for everybody, what their comfort level will be. You might even have to change where you go and how many people you go with in order to be comfortable. You just have to find out what makes you comfortable and then start working with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Like how we used to always ride in the car with each other. You know, I mean, are we still gonna be able to do that? I mean, I like hanging with my friends. I'm like I said, I'm very sociable. I'm a hugger. I know.
And that was my thing right there, Trish. When you said the hug, I'm like, you know what? Now you won't even be comfortable to walk up to hug someone. Because
Right. I
I'm like
mean,
you,
what
I'm
you
a
gonna
hugger
walk up to
too.
them and just say hi? You gonna just
Girl,
wave
fist
at them?
bump. Ain't that what Michelle Obama and say? Fist bump.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you do what you have to do. I mean, it is, and it just kind of just kind of snap into it when you do see somebody. You just kind of wave. You already know to give me 6 feet. And a lot of people still not practicing 6 feet. They still want to be up and personal with you. I was selling quarantine kits at the salon, and I told them in the text that you don't have to get out your car. I'll bring it to you. You got some people still want to get out their car, yank on that door, and I'm like, no, hold on. You're not being rude, but this is life now. You can't
Yes.
come
Right.
in. I had one client. I let her in, but she wanted to stay and talk, and she just kept getting closer to me. But that's what she was used to, and I kept stepping back, and and it's funny because it kind of makes you rush people off where you would normally talk to them for a long length of time, but now it's just like say what you're gonna say and go about your business. Her
Right.
right here, take this package and go. And I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't want you standing here, or we don't need to talk this long. I mean, it's just, you
I
just,
mean, it's a behavior change for one. It's
yeah,
a mannerism change. So all of these things have to be incorporated as to what we're going to see coming up and happening in the next year.
Yeah,
I
Cheryl
mean,
Cohill asked a question here on the chat if we will get back to normal if we can't adjust. And I think that's a good point because we do have to look inside of ourselves and figure out Where is it that I need to adjust so that I can have a new normal, so that something is normal for me? You know, I have to adjust to what's
Right.
going to now be normal for me.
Yeah, I don't think it's I don't even think it's going to ever be a normal anymore. It's just going to be an adjustment. It's going to be
Right.
coping.
I
Hmm.
You
think
know what I'm saying?
I do think it's going to be a normal, but it's going to be a new normal. It's not going to be the way it was before, and it's going to become the new norm, just like, back when they had the recession, back in the 40s, just all of that, every, even when we had 9/11, we went through another adjustment with, with flying, and leaving the country and different things like that. Things have changed, so you adapt in your own way, that you're, like Deborah said, that you're comfortable with. You just adapt,
Yeah,
and that does become the new normal.
because people are going to do what they want to do, however they feel works their way. So you can't expect people to do what you think makes sense or do what you do because we're just not designed that way. Everyone's different. But at the
Yeah.
same time, more importantly, you have to make sure that you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your family, that you are being cognitive of the other people around you, and don't have any expectations for somebody being the same way that you are, because
That's
that's
a
just
great
not
comment, Tanya, that we shouldn't have expectations for other people because people
no.
don't think like you think, people don't do what you do. And the safest way to keep you at peace is not to have expectations of other people.
Yeah, don't have
Mm,
that because you'll be
mm.
disappointed every single time. And
Yep,
the
Every
other thing
single
is
time.
just to protect yourself the best way that you can. But at the same time, you don't want to be a hostage of the world. You want to still be able to get out here and do things
And
absolutely.
and
live,
enjoy your
yes.
life.
Right. But you know
Absolutely.
what? The new norm won't be until those numbers are totally down. That's when
Oh my
everybody's gonna
gosh, that's
feel.
so far away. I
Yeah,
mean, until like you
so the
said,
new norm is far away. I mean, back to the normal is so far
yeah.
away. But it just seems
I
like
mean,
it
I,
does make people kind of moody, kind of mean. Like people aren't as pleasant, you know.
I haven't found that when I speak to people, they've been glad that somebody said hello because every place I go, and I haven't been out a lot, but when I was out, if I said hello to somebody, they seemed shocked and were glad to respond back
And they
to me.
smile, and I get that too when I'm out, because I'm kind of, I'm a people person as well. And when I'm out, like I seen an older lady about 2 weeks ago. I went in the store, and she had on some gloves, but she didn't have on a mask, and I had a bunch in the car. And so she was checking out. I said, do you have a mask? She said, no, I don't have one, honey. So I said, well, I have some in my car. So she came to the car with me, and I gave her the mask. I had a couple of different types of masks. I gave it to her, and she was just so grateful and everything, and that's not normal for, you just to go to somebody else's car. This is an older woman. She came back to my car.
yeah.
She didn't know what I,
But
was.
with
Because
that,
everybody's in a
even with
defensive
the
mode. Like
mask,
you said, you're in a defensive mode. Protect myself. Fight against this. Push this away. I don't want this near me because you don't want to be attacked by this virus. You don't want it to get anywhere near you, and you don't know who has it and who doesn't.
yeah.
So
And
that was, like
and
you said,
I had got a
that's the
text.
thing.
I got a text that was saying, I think my cousin had sent it to me and said that some people were going around from house to house saying that they were from the government and they had, they were giving free masks away. And they said don't take it because the masks are sprayed with something that'll knock you out. They'll tell you to try it on to see if it fits. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but some people
No,
like would go
no,
for it.
no. People are,
I mean,
people are always come. What people will come up with a scam. They will try to come up with a scam with anything that comes out. You know what I'm saying? Credit cards. You have swipers. Everything that they'll find a way. These are very smart people, but they don't use it for good.
Right.
And they come up with different things to beat the system or try to get money or whatever.
Well,
right?
lady,
It's
I have
regrettable.
enjoyed this conversation. I'm going to have to say bye. I got to go get my praise on another channel. So
Okay.
you guys be blessed, and I look forward to talking to you all later.
Okay,
All
be
right,
All
safe.
right,
Deborah.
Deborah.
Bye.
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 Bye bye.
Mitchell. Hey, Mitchell.
Hello.
I see two
Hey.
of you, Mitchell.
Huh?
I see two of you.
You do?
You
Yeah.
do. Put
I
your
only see
glasses back.
one.
Put your glasses back on, girl.
I got three drinks
Listen,
I'm dealing with. I got water, I got coffee, and then
yeah,
I got
I got orange
my
juice and
grape
coffee.
juice.
I ate
Well,
my.
I'm only dealing with
Y'all,
coffee right now.
yeah,
I
I
got,
got my orange
I
juice.
got,
What
I
you
got
got, Kim?
coffee and Tito's.
Tito.
Girl,
You got a cold?
no,
Look,
girl.
you gotta do what make work. I told y'all next time we just need to do cocktails and conversation.
Yeah, but we
I
not
had
Right.
gonna be talking
No.
about no COVID.
Wait
Yes,
a minute.
they talking about the
You
liquor
know what I
stores
need
has
to
had an
do?
all-time high in sales, and I agree.
Listen, you know what I need? I meant to do when Deb was here. I was going to say that I accomplished a major feat, and in our group, Latrice, um, we all get together or whatever, and it sometimes we try to get together at least once a
once a year. Yeah, at
but
least.
sometimes it would still be hard, and this two or three may come, and it's two more girls,
Okay.
Yeah,
Rhonda and Charlie. So, but anyway, it still be hard to get everybody together. Then Tanya just totally left the country. But
right.
I
anyway,
did not leave the country. I'm just in another state.
but
Ah!
I was gonna tell Deb that I accomplished a major feat today, and I think, and it's just my opinion, it's just a theory. I think my status in the group ought to go up because I got Kim Manning on screen in color early in the morning.
Exactly.
Girl.
Because let me
Now
tell
that
you,
now
she wasn't
now
on
that's
time
an
for me
I,
just
I
a
was
couple
the
months
one
ago just to
expressing
meet me
today.
here.
Huh?
I said she was here to visit, and she wasn't even on time for me. And that was just a couple
girl.
months ago.
Let me, Deborah Latrice. She reamed me out so bad. So Steve didn't know it was her. So he came in to the other couple that was meeting us there, and he apologized for being late because Tanya had really reamed me out. She said, "I'm leaving. I've been here since 8 o'clock, but yeah, I was on time this morning."
Yes,
You
and kudos to
probably
you, my
should
sister,
have
for
been.
that. But
What
you know
time did you
what? We
guys
have to
get
love you
up?
for who you are. We don't love you no other way.
I haven't changed, have I?
No.
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 And don't do it. And don't do it.
After 30
Listen.
years, no, boo, you
No,
haven't.
No.
no.
So,
If you showed up
so
on time consistently, I
yeah.
think that would scare us all a lot. We'd be
But
like,
you know
oh
what?
no.
But honestly, I'm working on it.
Are you?
I'm working on it. Yeah,
I'm late
I
all the
am
time
working
too,
on it.
though.
I'm always late.
Yeah,
Always
me
late. I
too.
was late on here this morning, but I had trouble getting on. That's all. I
But
didn't know to go to the link.
yeah, I expected that to happen though. Like everybody may not get on at the same time. You talking about technology? Then everybody's in their houses using this stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
My
know, you
TV been
can't go
acting
to
up so
like
bad because I don't have cable boxes. I stream. So,
Okay.
I get a lot of buffering, especially in the evening. And
yeah. I
I was
still have
surprised that that would happen because I
Philip
would
and
think that it would be more so during the day because the kids are doing their school stuff and people are working. But I have my worst time in the evening.
Yeah,
Mm. So let
yeah.
me let me just ask a question, ladies. How if whoever wants to answer, how has this affected your life thus far? As far as I know as far as operating business and working and different
Yeah.
things like that, that has taken a toll on us. Things have changed, but um just in general, how has it changed your life?
Go
I
ahead.
mean, it's just that you just can't do the things you used to do. If I get off of work and I'm frustrated, I can't just go to the mall and shop
Right.
because
Right. That yeah.
They
that's
want
a
to come
killer
by
for
the
me.
store,
Because
see what
Yeah.
or
Burlington got on sale. You know.
right, and then even if I might buy a whole bunch of stuff and take it back in a couple of days, it still kills my therapy.
Right. I I love it. I
I
love
mean,
it.
I
That is
might
so
walk on
true.
out of I don't know how much stuff, and I get home and look at my
I
doggone
know, right?
bank
That's
account and be like, what
Kim.
the hell?
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm going to TJ Maxx and Marshall and take all this stuff. I'm going back to
Yes, yes.
for
Yeah.
this. But still, at the time of me doing it, it made me feel better because I might have been stressing from something,
Right,
and that was
right,
my therapy to
right,
get through
right,
whatever it was I was going through. Don't mean I'm gonna teach that stuff, but then again, sometimes I do.
right, right. But and I get that too. But it's also, I don't have on these are my nails.
I know.
This, this is my hair, no lashes,
Yeah.
Mine's is
I'm just a
gone.
clean palette.
Yeah,
This is just me.
girl, go get you some lead press on nails. They'll
Yeah,
work
I
if you
know.
need
I
them.
wear them. I stopped going to the Chinese people before Christmas, and I just started buying the Lee nails, the French kind. And actually,
Yes,
they stay longer, but they grow out just like I have acrylic. I just don't have the patience to sit in the nail place. I don't feel like leaving my salon and going to sit in somebody else's. So my patience is kind of short on that.
But
And then it's
you
just
know
I
so
what?
just think it's
nasty.
become too.
You know
It's
what,
become too
guys?
much of an
And,
expensive habit. It's
hold on a
it's
second. You know what
too
though?
much.
Those Chinese nail salons are gonna suffer behind this.
Oh
Then
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you got Trump on TV talking about the Chinese virus with
But
Girl,
his.
you know
that
what? You still got some people that's just going to go. I saw something on
Well,
Facebook where
yeah,
they
but
had like a
they gonna
long,
suffer though.
it was like
They
a
gonna
long
suffer.
shower curtain, and then they had like a little opening where they could just stick their hand through. And I think they showed it in Georgia. Matter of fact, it was in
really
Atlanta. Yeah, that's how they have it set up. But they're nasty anyway. I mean, when I go in there, they don't like
I
to put a
believe it.
towel down where your arm goes.
right,
They don't sanitize. They don't spray. If people want
exactly.
to
Oh,
pay
girl,
for that
please, those
fast,
instruments, those tools they use,
yeah.
they ain't
They didn't even stick
sterilizing
them
that
under a
stuff.
UV light. I mean, they
They
messed up.
don't,
But
and
you
that's
know
why I
what?
don't do them.
But with now with all this going on in state board, from my understanding, now someone told me state board is not going to come in, but they're going
Yes,
to.
they are.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. I know they're going to, but they scared to come in right now. So maybe not right now, but the Chinese people may get a little better because of this is happening. They need to practice better sanitation,
But
which
you
they
know what?
should
They're
have.
gonna have to. And another thing, I think they've taken us for granted for so long. Because
Absolutely.
when you go into the nail salons, that's all you see in there. You don't see any Koreans or
They don't even wear that.
in there. So
They,
this, but
Kim,
hmm,
Kim, they don't. If you look at their hand, I have not seen maybe here or there, but I can't recount one time that I've seen a Chinese person with acrylic nails.
right,
Oh, I've
right,
They don't
never,
wear it.
never.
right.
Mm-mm.
But so my lesson out of this is, you know what? I'm fine with my natural nails because they look good.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
look
Oh,
good.
I had to give
Yeah,
that.
you got nice
I
hair.
can't do acrylic. I had to give acrylic up probably 20 years ago. I kept asking my doctor why was my face breaking out. Why was my face breaking
Hmm,
out?
hmm,
He said it's those nails. I said I've been wearing these nails for 25 years. He said how long your face been breaking out? I was like, oh, 25 years.
hmm, hmm.
So when
Now
I
ain't
took
no
that
telling
off,
what they putting in that stuff. It's
Right.
going
my
straight
face
into our
cleared up
system.
immediately as soon as I soaked off the acrylic nails. So,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
So this is teaching me that, hey, I don't need to spend that money. I can keep that money in my pocket. If I
Yeah.
want to get my nails done, I will, but I just don't have to because I'm working on getting my nails healthy now,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they don't look bad. They don't look bad. And
Now, you know what the thing with y'all is. Now, I don't know. This is my first time meeting Latrice, but
No,
I
I met
know
you before.
you did business with her.
You did
You
my thank you cards for my wedding.
you
get
did
out
business.
here. That's
Yeah,
Yeah, you met
cool.
you was
her.
on Greenfield.
Yes, my
Yeah,
shop.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wow. I didn't even remember that, but I know I was just saying with because Kim was talking about working on her natural hands. I know her and Tanya got nice hands. Like I got these little
Thank you,
sausage
Deborah. Thank you.
fingers.
thanks, Deborah.
I got these little sausage fingers. And my natural nails, my natural nails grow in like squares, you know.
Mine break off, but you know what? I need my nails to work. I need my nails to work with when
Oh yeah.
I'm doing
Well,
hair and
one thing
stuff.
you can do, take a hair and nail vitamin. That will get your stuff growing real quick.
Yeah, my
A
nails
hair
are
and nail
actually
vitamin.
strong
Well, and
now.
it's just how they're shaped.
Okay. How
Okay, I
does
see.
yours grow away from your nail bed? Do they grow up in
Yeah,
the air?
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Straight
how
up
my
in the
my
air.
baby toe grows.
Yeah. ugly. I hate it.
I
But
mean, I really want to find me a black nail tech, but it's so hard because it is hard to
They're
support.
expensive too, though.
It's
The
it's
black
hard to
nail techs
support
are
them. It
really
really is.
expensive.
I
Yeah.
mean, because you are spoiled by the Chinese people. You when you once you realize it does not take all day to get your nails done. What takes so long because you're so used to the process. I mean, a lot of things they are doing, they are skipping some things. When you go to the Chinese people, but when you go to a black girl, she is more detailed, but
Yep.
I don't know.
it's
And
all
I
the
know a
it's all
lot
the
of
it's
nail
it's
techs.
They
all the other
charge too,
stuff.
though. They
To me,
charge.
it's no respect for your time.
Yeah, it's all the other stuff. Yeah.
It's no respect for your time.
Uh,
You got to be on your phone. You on this. You doing that. You doing this. And I'm paying for this. You're not doing this for free.
But
Right.
And
the
I
And
feel,
real professional ones, they're expensive. And when you used to
they are.
paying that little Chinese price, you don't want to pay, how much they charge because they do charge a lot for
Well,
the real. I do know
people
some
can't
real
afford it because
professional
they
ones.
get their nails done every week. They
Yeah,
can't. If they're charging $50, $60, if the average person can't pay that. And for as
yeah,
long
that's a
as
lot. That's a lot. But that used to be a luxury for me to get my nails and my feet done. Me and Kim used to go together faithfully every
all the
week.
time. I,
Yeah,
I,
mhm.
I always had my nails done. Always had my
yep.
hair done.
yeah,
Hair
yeah,
Yeah,
done.
you either had on red nail polish or you had the American manicure.
Yes, yes. Good memory. Good memory. Good
yeah.
memory.
Yeah, that was
I
Kim's thing.
remember
She either
that.
had on red or American manicure.
I
But
remember that.
but you know what? I feel like I'm wiser now, and it's just some things I can do without. I can do without some things, and and even going to get my nails done is a hassle. It's not. It doesn't. It's not. I don't. It's a job for
It's
me.
a
It's a
drag.
chore.
I mean, you
It's
thinking about like,
yeah.
Yeah.
oh my God, I don't feel like going to get my nails done. Even if it
Right.
ain't a lot of people in there, it's just,
And I'm
I mean, I always fall
and
asleep
then
when I
you
get my
sit there and
nails
they talking
done.
another language. Are you talking about me?
And that's another thing, lady. That is so
Right.
disrespectful. That's
You're like,
that is
excuse me? And
disrespectful.
you
Yeah.
be like, this ain't right. And they don't want to fix it. You know what I'm saying? You're like, this
Yeah,
is
they don't.
crooked
They
or you did
don't
it. It's
understand
not.
anything until they talk about money. $20.
Right.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah, $15 extra for shellac. You see right there, it say $15. But you know what?
Mhm.
They've been wearing masks for years while we're
Yes.
unprotected. You
You're
know,
right.
You better say that. You better say
You're
that.
right.
They
But
have us wear masks all the time.
yeah.
All the time. You know what I found out, which is interesting because I want to get back to some of our topics, because we got a lot to cover. Is that we have because they're saying that the coronavirus came directly from those wet markets out in Wuhan, China. I had no idea that we have direct flights to Wuhan and back right at Detroit Metro Airport.
Really?
So that's why we got hit so hard.
yeah, we're the third largest in the country.
Country with these
Yes.
coronavirus deaths and cases. We
Yes.
still lost almost, and the numbers were kind of going down. They were kind of creeping below 100 people a day. But I looked this morning, we lost 189 people died last night in Detroit.
Wow.
In Detroit.
189.
That's not all of Wayne County, Oakland, and Macomb. We lost 189 people in the city of Detroit last night.
That's a lot of people. That's a
Yeah, we
lot of
lost a lot in
lives.
Atlanta.
We
That's a
are, we are
we're a
over.
hot spot. Yeah.
Well, as far as the country is concerned, we have went over the 50,000 deaths. Uh, you think about that. We lost 50,000 people in the Vietnam War, which took 11 years, and we
Wow.
lost 50,000 people in 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I don't think that when you really think about this thing, it kind of gives you a whole nother perspective when you really consider 30 days for 50 people just to drop off the face of the earth. That's a lot. We could lose millions of people before if they don't. And then you got the I don't know. Well, I don't want to get off into the politics of it, but the thing is,
But getting off in just a little bit going in that direction, I was listening to the mayor of Las Vegas, and I don't know if anybody else heard heard the interview that she had with
I heard it
Anderson
the other
Cooper.
day.
Yeah, she
That,
sounded like a real numbskull.
oh my God, that was
Just
horrible.
embarrassing.
That was horrible. You know,
I
but
mean, she just as bad as our stupid president telling people to ingest Lysol. Maybe we should try Lysol, or maybe we should try hitting our bodies with light. They say that this virus disappears with heat, and then to turn around and back it up and say, "Oh, I was just being, responding to a sarcastic question."
but you know
How
what?
could you use it?
Now is not the time for that. And do
No,
you know
people
how?
are looking at you
But
trying
do
to
you know how
respect you.
gullible? You know how
You
gullible
are
some
the
folks
ding
are.
dang president. If
Yeah.
you say
We,
anything that come out of your mouth, people are gonna do it in
that's
this.
right. That's
You
right.
can't get up there and what leader of the free world would say some. I'm telling you, listen. If God don't intervene in this thing, we in trouble because they're
Yeah,
gonna
because you telling people to ingest poison.
right back
And
in.
you have some people that are gullible enough, they will
Well,
believe
we
they
already had the couple in Arizona that used some
The
hydrochloride tablets.
hydrochloric, right?
And I mean, but it was for curing, I mean, cleaning your fish aquarium, but you're going to put it in your body?
Listening, these people are not educated people. His base is
no. Did you see
uneducated people. I mean, literally don't know. No, I mean, they
but
really don't.
did you see who showed up in Lansing when they had that they went to protest the governor for
Yeah.
not, for making them
Oh,
stay at
that
home?
was a MAGA rap. That was a
But
MAGA.
did you see the type of people
The
that were there?
gun, the malicious.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
the right wing, the Tea Party people.
Yeah.
It's everybody that's against
That's why you
people
know it's
having,
bull crap because
yeah, it's
what is
that
that?
type.
Who you bringing? One guy had his whole front of his jacket strapped with grenades. I said, who ain't gonna blow up the virus?
Right. I mean, and then like you said, if a black man had showed up with all of that, they would have had him arrested on the
Handcuffs.
ground,
Yes,
everything.
handcuffs.
Because
Handcuffs.
like there was this one man that was coming through when they was going through all this gun rights and this and that. He was walking through Hartsfield Airport with a machine gun
Because he could.
because he was right.
That's
But
the
an African American man, African American woman, an
yeah.
Asian, or even a Latino or somebody, do you think they could have done that?
No.
Nope.
Anybody of color could not have gotten away with that.
Mm-mm.
But just kind of sticking back to the topic, um, it's just that you have to be mindful what you're telling people. You know what I'm saying? And you can't get in front of the United States of America and make that was an irresponsible statement that
Very,
he made. That was so
very,
irresponsible.
It was totally
Yeah.
irresponsible.
very.
But
And the fact is,
that just shows you once again who and what you're dealing with and how they don't really care about us and how
No.
we have to, really be on top of things and educate ourselves and know what's going on. We do.
right,
We have
Yeah.
to know what's going on and we have to pray to God, that for discernment that he shows us,
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
care. They
And
don't care
cover
about
us.
us.
My prayer has just been God cover us because we don't even have the government to. We can't even look to the government. I mean, they're lying to the public. They are silencing people that could
Yeah.
help us. Uh,
Right,
you know,
right.
I mean, it's crazy.
You know,
It's really crazy.
and in saying that, I don't know if you're referring to the black woman that
They
she
just
came
started
down
on
with it,
her.
yeah, and now
Corbett.
they try to put
Him guilty of Corbett.
right, yes, and then they tried to, what did they put on her, a silence, what did that, not a gag
Well,
order, but
basically a gag order.
yeah, that she couldn't speak publicly about that, but that's not stopping her,
Mm-mm.
I think it's giving her more fuel,
Yeah. World top
so
scientist. She the one that can develop she's developing the vaccine. She's the one that said that she's got several trials going. Now, what I did hear the other day is that they do have 60 some odd tests approved for home tests. So, like the people with HIV now can test themselves at home. They're supposed to be getting those to the markets. Uh, so that people can test themselves at home. Now, mind you, I mean, that's beneficial in terms of early detection, but you still don't have a treatment or a cure. So, okay. Then she says, well, what she's looking at is that the vaccines that she has in uh, uh, going through the approval process now, if they work, because they're still testing drugs, they still don't know, because this thing is the thing about the coronavirus, and the reason why it's a novel virus is because it's steadily mutating. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
whatever we know about it today, they learn something else tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they put out new what do you call it? Not restrictions, but they put out new causes of it now, saying that they find that there's new symptoms. So the things that they were telling us were symptoms a month ago, yesterday the CDC came out with another list of things:
Yeah,
achy bodies, muscle pain,
yeah.
headaches.
Headaches, yes. So,
So they're still learning
so
and
what
trying to
I want to
understand
ask
this
you,
too.
Latrice, is as far as your business is concerned, and I want to make sure that I let the audience know, and if you want, definitely share your information if you want to. But as far as being a hair salon owner, um, when now we talked about, I want you to share some of the things that you share with us in terms of some of the precautions that you're taking in your facility, and then I wanted to ask you too about like I, when I take my clients to the doctors now, they have the handheld thermometers. You can't come in unless your temperature is at a certain level. And then it was the thermometers, and it was something else I wanted to ask you about if you were going to try to do those things. But anyway, go ahead. I'll think of it.
Um, you know what? Far as the thermometers, I thought about that. Um, the thing with that is, who's going to stand at the door and take a person's temperature every time they walk through that door? I might have to have a designated person to do that because I don't have time to stand at the door to take, a customer's
And then there's more
temperature.
money you got to
So
pay.
it is going to be a big change. I mean, the guidelines that they're asking us to do, they don't really want us to take cash. They want us to do all credit card transactions or your Cash App or your PayPal. But we still gonna take cash. Because everybody doesn't use their card like that. Um, I don't have a receptionist desk, but I'm definitely gonna have a receptionist desk. They want us to do away with appointment books. Anything, paper. They want us to get rid of our magazines.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we had to in the office when this was early March, like maybe the first week of March. That ADA, American Dental Association, had sent down some stuff, and we had to clear all the magazines.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Really, clients don't read them anyway. They use their telephones. So, I'm okay with getting rid of the magazines. That's not it. But it's just the
That's true.
change,
Yeah, I
the
agree with
whole overall
that.
change, the structure of the salon. Like, I have most of my stylists. Their stations are 6 feet away from each other because I measure. I may have to move the people on the end down a little bit further, but the closeness of their clients is not 6 feet. The way the chairs are now, the stations for the stylists, they're 6 feet, but the clients, once you turn a client a certain way, you know what I'm saying? It's not a 6 feet distance.
Barrier.
So
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna have to figure out. I don't know if I should get. Well, they're advising us to get dividers in between our stations, or I'm gonna have to turn the stations back to back, toward each other. Um,
Wow.
that the redirection of appointments. I have it's 6, 7 of us in there. And it's rare that we're all there at the same time, but because when everybody comes back to work, it's going to be a bum rush. Everybody's going to probably be busy. And I'm going to have to talk to them on how they're going to, do their appointments.
Yeah.
You only can have, I don't know how many people you can have in a salon. I haven't read that part yet, but it's 7 of us. If we all have, 7 clients, that's 14 people in a building. Um, and it kind of flows like that. Sometimes it is crowded in the salon,
Well,
but
the
it's not
14
so
people, I
crowded
think,
where
is within the state guidelines as far as.
Sorry.
I'm
Uh,
sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said the 14 people would still be within the state guidelines, though, in terms of
But
having
I
that
think
many
it goes
stores.
by the
What's
square
that?
footage of the building, of the property,
Oh yeah,
of how many people,
Yeah, that's why I
you
said
can allow in there.
I haven't read that part yet. Far as how many people are allowed in the building, and state board will probably send out individually, to different salons because everybody's salon, is a different, is a different size. Um, so it's gonna be, I go up to the salon and I just kind of sit there and just like, oh my God, how is it going to be so different? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that? I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money, for these
yeah,
extra safety precautions that I'm
Right.
gonna have to take. I have to make sure that we're safe along with the customers. Make sure everybody has a mask. I'm gonna supply masks for everybody, and I would like for everybody to have a clean mask. They want us to change our salon aprons or capes that we wear as stylists. They want us to change that every day. Of course, we supposed to put a fresh cape on a client, but I'm going to use disposable capes. So, I mean, that's
Good.
going to,
Okay.
but that's going to get expensive. So the things
Hmm.
that the measures that we have to take, that I'm going to have to take, it makes me want to feel like I need to raise my prices because I'm going to spend
yeah.
out
That's
extra
fine.
money for
Right. And that's
safety.
what's gonna happen. It's gonna make the consumer have to
You're
spend
gonna have
more
to
money.
eat.
Because I mean, at this point now, when you're talking about disposable aprons, I might just buy my own and just bring mine when I come.
There you go.
Well,
Now,
the thing is with that, we don't know if
Where
your cape is sanitary. So that's just
that's
like
true.
bringing your own relaxer or anything like. I mean, you can't, we
yeah,
can't do that. I
Yeah.
don't think they'll allow. I mean, it depends on the stylist, but I mean, as far as
yeah.
sanitary precautions,
That's
I think I would just use disposable capes and just do away. But I have a washing machine and dryer in my storage room, and so I'm just going to make sure everything is clean. But that means my light bill is going to go up. My water
Waterville.
bill is going to go up.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
bills are going to go up. So, which one of makes me have to maybe raise my prices a little bit because of the changeover. I mean, we
Yeah.
pretty
Because
much,
you got to pass it on to the consumer to be able to service them.
Yeah.
yeah, to protect them and to
Now
protect
that brings
ourselves. They
me to,
want us to wear.
do you know
um
anything about those payroll protection loans and all of that stuff,
I
Tanya?
was just getting ready to get into that. That's where I was
Oh,
going
go
with
ahead.
that.
Do you know, Kim?
Well, what I was going to tell, what I was directing towards Latrice is, I was watching something else online, and they were talking about just all these different grants, not loans, but grants that are out here,
Right.
for salon owners. You have salon, you have loans, not loans, but grants for black women, business owners. So there's so many out here, but people don't know about them. People aren't networking. They're not, they don't know about them. The money, there's some money out there, you
Yeah.
know, for
but
these
Well,
they're
for
being
one
people.
thing, they
very,
make it hard. They
yes,
make it hard for you to
they're
find
being
it.
very
Yeah.
selective
Yeah.
on
Yeah, and they
who
making
they're
it hard
giving
for you
it
to
to.
find it because my sister has her makeup studio. So she's
Right.
been going through a heck of a thing trying to find stuff. They have more things available for Wayne County than they have had
They
for
do.
other counties
That's true.
Okay.
because she's in Oakland County. So she was like, yeah, the things that I'm finding, most of them are for Wayne County businesses.
Really.
I'm having a
Yeah.
tough time finding stuff for Oakland County.
Wow.
Yep,
It's
that's true, and they'll kind of tell you in the application that it's kind of like a lottery pool. They pulled certain
yeah,
people.
it is.
But
It is.
Yeah,
I
but
heard Huntington Bank did really well, is doing really well in terms of, and you don't have to be with Huntington, but I heard that they are distributing those small business because even if you can't get the
well,
grant that
at
Kim is talking
first,
about,
the
they
first
do
week,
have forgiveness
the
loans too.
first week they ran out of money. People
Well,
had their applications in, and they ran
they
out of
stole
money.
that money.
People were approved, but
They
then,
stole that money.
huh?
They stole that money
They,
before it even.
what they said they said they ran out of money.
It'll
That
cost okay, millions of
I
dollars
mean, but they said already that they have given the millionaires $1.7 million dollars in
apiece.
saving and protecting them. So if
So
you're more so looking at changing and helping people, you're not looking at the average people like us that are really out here making the economy work.
right.
That's not important to them.
yeah. The
Important
bottom
enough for them to make people want to risk their lives to get out there and open it back up, though.
Yeah.
They want
Well,
that money. They don't want,
right.
but they want the money.
Yeah, they want it, but again, it's gonna be selective as to who and where it goes.
But
The
Yeah.
you know
average
what? My
individual
I
that's making it, they ain't trying to help them. The average grader or the barbershop or they're not trying
But
to help
that,
that.
here we go again. Another that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to find these things for yourself. There's a lot of webinars that you can go on and get information from. You have to do a little extra and for
You do have
yourself
to do
because
your
they're
research. You
yeah,
do.
you do. You have to
Yeah,
because they're like you said they're just not going to tell you about these things. And these the money is out there. You know.
it is.
There's some money. There is
Yeah.
some money out there. I ain't gonna say that. There's some money out there, but again, it's finding it and
Yeah.
making sure that you
Yeah.
are able to get it because they're making the criteria ridiculous. Like my sister, she needs
They
for
want
her
you to
business,
do
but
like
she
50
doesn't necessarily have staffing because of the fact that she's the type of person being a makeup artist. You're doing people that are looking to go to events and going to things like that. Well, if you don't have any events and things like that to go to, who's gonna come in here to get their makeup done?
That's
right.
right. That's right. That's
And
right.
If
I
that's
mean,
your bread and butter. I
and
mean,
the
and
thing
even though she
is
works
this.
at one of the schools as an instructor, schools are closed, so you can't teach no classes either.
Well, you know what, they're having a program where that if you're in cosmetology school, they're making it where you can be online now. You
Mm.
go online for the course.
Okay, I mean, she might be. I haven't even asked her if she has looked at that because I forgot what school she teaches at. But it definitely has made a big difference. Compared to what she has done. Because, like you said, you have it to where you're doing people's makeup. They just call you because it's Friday night. I'm going out. I need to get my
Right.
face, beat.
But nobody's
You ain't
going
getting the
anywhere right
call
now.
because there's
Yeah.
nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
I mean, and
I was
and now
looking
that
at it,
that's fourth down the line, maybe even I mean, hair is always number one. Nails is down the line, but people are learning to maintain their hair, so we're going to lose some business. People are opposed to some people. Now, some people are going to still come every week because that's what they're used to, but people are learning how to spend their money a little wiser. I mean, right now you don't have nothing to buy but groceries. I mean, but you do online shopping, you can do that too. But people are finding ways. They are ordering wigs. The wig,
right.
the wig industry has really. I mean,
That's something I
it's a
want you to
million
share
dollar,
too.
billion
When
dollar business.
you
So
do
people
make
are
wigs,
thinking
don't
of
you?
alternative ways. Like I can save some money. I'll go get my hair done on special occasion or when I want a breather. But I'm gonna put this wig on because it look just as cute as convenient. I ain't got to worry about going in no salon because people are going to be still kind of apprehensive about going into a salon.
Initially, yes. Mm-hmm.
So we're going
Yeah.
to definitely get hit kind of hard with that. I'm expecting that. I know what this
Yeah.
whole thing is about. I really do. I understand the sit down. I understand the whole economics of it, the big
Right.
picture. So I'm not worried. I'm
Yeah.
concerned, because this has never happened before. Because I mean, I've never been in a situation where I don't know where my money gonna come in, and but mentally, when I've always done hair, I've always thought of what if I don't have no clients next week?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to save my money accordingly. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I mean, things happen. You do spend your money. Sometimes things is due, and you kind of mess up, but you can't afford to mess up. This is definitely a teachable moment for everybody.
Right.
It really is. And I mean, I'm scared to spend money now, even though I know
Yeah.
that I got to pay my bills. I'm scared to. I mean, when I go to the grocery store, you're gonna spend $100
Right.
because some
Yeah.
Easily.
stuff is
Easily.
expensive.
Right.
I
You
mean, but
know,
let's talk about that spending. Like you said, people they're doing a lot of online shopping and stuff, and I had to really stop myself. I said, okay, just get off these things. Stop
Yeah.
letting these pop up on your phone and falling for this.
Right.
We're gonna give you 70% off. We're
Right.
gonna you
yeah,
be like, oh wow, 70% off. That's going from 160 to what? A hundred
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
dollars?
Uh-huh. But do that 5 or 6 times. You
yeah, but
know?
you know what? Because we don't know how long we're going to be stuck in the house. You try to do things that's going to make you comfortable. Far as just being at home. I mean, I'm
That's why
almost
I
to the
was
point
saying,
where I don't really
wait,
like
hold
to.
on 1 second, Latrice, when you make that point right there, when you saying we don't know how long we're gonna be in the house and stuff. I because I was thinking, I said this first stimulus, this $1,200, people are gonna be basic. That's just gonna be for basic needs because people are stuck in their houses. That $1,200 is just gonna be food and DTE.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or it's just somebody's mortgage or their rent for that
Mm-hmm.
month.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah,
Then it's done.
but they're supposed to try to stop, put a hold on the mortgages and not allow
But you know
people.
what? They're
Yeah.
still, but you know what? Like far as even with my place where I live, they still tacking on those late fees. They not. They're
Mm.
not. They're
Oh.
not letting you. They're not forgiving you for that.
Did
They're
you
just
see the
tacking it on towards
landlords
the
that
end.
was using their tenants' social security numbers and calling the IRS trying to get their stimulus checks?
No.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And they're getting prosecuted too. It I don't
As
think
they
And they
should.
should.
it
Yeah,
was
and
As
they
they
should.
should.
happening in California. Yeah, they were
Wow.
Wow.
going to the IRS website, putting in their social security number and redirecting because you tell the IRS where to send your payment to the address, and they were redirecting their payments to themselves
Wow.
Mm.
You.
as their
That is some low
I'm
down
telling
stuff
you,
right
they always come up with some type of scam. But in saying that, lost my train of thought. Um, go on, lost my train of thought.
there. Well, I haven't
if
heard that one, but
the
that just blew
stimulus.
me away right
Oh,
there.
I know
I
what I
mean,
was
it
gonna
doesn't
say.
surprise me,
Yeah,
but it's live.
I know what I was gonna say. What I did, and I'm glad I did it. I called my creditors. I mean, because I worked very hard to get my score to where it is now. I worked very hard,
Yeah.
and so and I'm telling you, Capital One, and I have one with Barclay Priceline. They lowered my interest rate, no late fees. They're working with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just gotta kind of manage your things. Call them, let them
You
know,
do have to
what's going on.
communicate. Yeah,
You
because
Yeah.
know,
they don't. They
and
know what's
they
going
have
on.
things they have
Yeah.
things put in place right now, to help you. But you gotta but if you don't ask, or you don't call them, you don't know.
Right.
You won't know. And then you don't pay them, or you're late, and that's not good. That's not
Right.
good, because it's hell to get off. It's hell to get that, something like that off of your report. You don't want that. You
Right.
don't want that. And right now, that's what you living by. That's what you know what I'm saying. That's what you're rated by. You
I
know.
mean, but again, that's talking about the average individual. So here it is: the average individual are having a hard time making their payments. So now your credit score gets lower. So now when you need something, it's going to cost you more money because you're
Absolutely,
considered a high risk.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
it doesn't do anything but hurt the average middle class individual if you want to claim they're still a middle class. But that's what they're looking for. Again, we're getting those people that we messed up 20 years ago in the mortgage business. The ones that we set out there in a cruise and gave them all these high mortgages and just lost their home. So this is what they're doing. It's just starting that circle all over again.
Yeah, that's going back to '08. I had also heard that they wanted to do something where they would freeze your credit score, your FICO score, where it was starting, I think maybe March 16th or something like that, for 120 days, so that your score doesn't,
Well, the thing about that is even if you're freezing it for 120 days, it still does not make a much of a difference if you're not out here getting ready to purchase or finance or do anything. So that really right there to just freeze it. If you're not out here doing anything to purchase or buy anything, it really does not make that much of a difference. That issue is going to come up when you're getting ready to look at doing something maybe a year from now, and then that's
no,
when you or even
no,
6 months from now because the market is going to change and people want to go out here and buy stuff, do stuff.
right.
That's for
But
the
what
people
it
that don't
does,
have any money anyway.
but what it does is it protects you. If you have a credit score of 705, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
and and it's 705 now, and 120 days from now, you still want it to be that or higher, and they freeze it there, opposed to, if you are late, or if something does happen,
they're not gonna, drag your score down, your points
Yeah,
down.
I mean, because that one late
So
payment
I
can
mean,
drop your score 20, 30 points.
yeah, so I mean, I do think that that's good. You know what I'm saying? Because you have people that have had, that pay their bills on time. But if you can't, you can't. This, you know what I'm saying? And this is beyond your control. You can't work. You can't get money. What are you gonna do?
Right.
You
Do
know?
you think? Okay, so how? Okay, so here's the question. Okay, we got states reopening. We got a partial reopen here. You're out there in Georgia, Tanya. Y'all are open. Who else is open? Florida. Who?
Texas,
Yeah, Texas.
South Carolina.
Texas
Vegas, yeah.
even shut down. I don't think Texas ever shut down, did they?
They did a partial, but it's a
It was
Republican
seven
state.
states that it was 7 states that did not shut
So
down.
I was also looking at y'all numbers last night, and I forgot now. I mean, from last night in Georgia, how many deaths they had and how many new cases. Uh,
We're at almost 44,000 cases, and the deaths are at, I think,
y'all said
800,
5 many.
almost 1,000. We're almost at 1,000 deaths. We're like 5,000 cases less than what Michigan is right now.
So
So
how?
we're creeping up. We are creeping up.
So do you think that it's going to backfire and we're going to end up shut all the way down again?
It's a big
Uh,
possibility.
Possibility. I'm not going to say that it's something right because the thing is this: a lot of places did not follow it. They're not open. Just because he gave that green light, a lot of them are still being very protective. And like Keisha Lance Bottoms, Mayor of Atlanta, we got Mayor Hardy Davis. He is in Augusta, the second largest city in the state of Georgia. They're telling people, do not fall for this. Stay home. This is not the time to go out here and assume that it's safe because it's still not. It's very, very much still a hot point with being able to get this virus. And like you said, everybody is not necessarily becoming ill from it. You could just be a carrier. And if you're a carrier and you're taking it back into your home, you're taking it to other places, now you're still continuing to spread it. So it's not contained. We haven't even gotten towards the peak. They say we have, but now they're saying there's another peak spike.
But here's the
So,
thing. I don't want to be used as a test dummy. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
I mean, we're not,
You know,
they want us to be
When you take that shot,
The Tuskegee experiment once again, is what they're using the black people for.
yeah.
Now, they were making a statement, like Jamal Bryant made a statement saying, don't go back to these hair salons and nail salons until they open up the golf course and the tennis courts. Well, they never closed, not here in Georgia. They're still going out here playing golf every day. They're still going to certain places and doing all of these outdoor activities at country clubs and different places like that. So that did not change in this area. So I'm not sure if we're able to see that or not. But again, the thing about it is we're the ones that are more frequent with doing these types of activities as far as going to get our hair done, going to get our nails done. It's regrettable that we take that so serious in terms of making that such a big part of our everyday everything. But it did not shut down in terms of some of that stuff. I mean, I went past Great Clips day before yesterday, and that's a pretty predominantly white hair shop. They were in there, so it's not just us. It's just that it's more of us that do it than they do it. That's what the issue is.
I was looking
Because
at
you're gonna
some.
go to a black barbershop or a black hair salon, and you're gonna find more customers in there than you're gonna find in Great Clips. They're not gonna be sitting around. And then the thing about us, we go in there, and that's where a lot of men just go shoot the breeze at. Is going up to
Hang
their
out.
barbershop and hanging out and talking and doing whatever. And that's what you're talking about, all that congregating around with that type of thing. They don't do that in European salons like we do. We use those as
Right.
places of entertainment.
But
It's
it's a
a place of
traditional way. It's part of our
a place
culture.
for them to go and something to do. I mean, we see this all the time. There's always somebody that's been sitting in there all day having conversation, talking about sports, talking about this, talking about that. So that's just what we do.
Listen, I don't think I'm not mad at that though because here's the thing. I mean, like especially back in the day, like in our dad's time when they retired and stuff like that, and they go hang out at the beach at the barbershop all day with their buddies. They retired. They get to talk and tell lies, and
Exactly.
Oh,
That's their. I mean, and if that's their rite of passage type thing, you know what I'm saying? That's what they do. So it's just that, again, I understand where they're coming from because we're the most ones that they're standing out. Like they showed a picture of some women that was in what they call the West End of Georgia, which is nothing but a black community. And they were standing around in line waiting to get their nails done. No social distancing was being practiced. Nobody had on a mask. They're all standing up, and talking to each other like they're not taking it serious. And that's what's disappointing. You can't make somebody understand how dangerous this
yeah,
is
people
doing
are
to them.
not respecting that social distancing. But I want to get back to this. Kim said something a minute ago, and I want to definitely address this because I see this every day. And my friend was telling me he was Family Dollar, and the lady was in there like she was a what they used to call them back in the day, storefront preacher, talking about don't take that shot, people, don't do it, you know. And but a lot of people in the black community is saying that they not whatever they come up with, they not gonna take that shot.
That's what they
I'm
say.
gonna tell you this way. I've been taking the flu shot since they was giving it to us when we worked at MITA. And
Remember,
I've
they used to
never
come to our desk. Yeah,
yes, I've never gotten sick from the flu. Ever. I've never had it.
I haven't either.
And
I
I
have.
and I and I get my
I
flu
haven't either.
shot every year, and I get my pneumonia shot. That's an
Yeah.
every 10-year injection. I mean, I might not take it that first 1 and 2 times they come out with it, but if they come out with some stuff that's gonna save my black ass, I'm going to get that damn shot.
Yeah,
That's why I say it's
And
going to
I'm
be some people that's going to take the
Well,
vaccine. It
well,
is.
yeah.
well. There's going to have to
You
be
think they
some
just bluffing?
testers, and there's going to have to be somebody to do it first. And then they'll see what happens. But I don't want to be in that group. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
I might, like I said, I don't
And
want to be
and,
that type
and
of
I
holly. That's
feel
just like
and I
when they
feel
come out with a new car. I don't ever want to go buy that first time they came out with that new car because they still got to work that kinks out. You know, your parents used to tell you, yeah, they done came out with that new car on the line. Don't buy that first one. Don't buy that first one. They got let them work the kinks out. So let them
yeah,
work the kinks out. But if you got
yeah.
something that's gonna come out there and save me, that's just like me saying, oh, I don't believe in taking insulin because it's all you doing is making my such and such happen, and it's saving me. It's
But
making me
but
be able to still be here on
the
this
thing
earth.
about it, Tanya, the thing about it is at this point we don't know if it was just that cut and dry and I knew it was going to save my life. Of course, yes, I would do it. But not knowing, that's where I am. That's where I'm on the
Right, that's what I'm
fence.
saying. That first 1 or 2 injections that they may come out with,
Yeah.
no, this is not gonna
Yeah.
be me. I'm not gonna be in line for that one. But when
Yeah.
it continues, like maybe another couple years, I'll be ready. Once I see how that goes, they'll probably be done perfected, where now they'll be able to know how to put together whatever it is that they do and make
Right.
these things. I'm okay with it. I'm never going to say, oh no, I'm not going to get that injection. When they get that injection and they know it's going to be able to work,
Right.
then okay, let's do this. But I'm
Listen,
not going to
after this
say I'm
next
not going to do
stream
it.
of people passing away, because they've already made a prediction by July that the number total in the U.S. is going to be 100,000 people that are going to die from this virus.
Mhm.
And the way it's looking now, it's a possibility. So I mean, if they
I'm
come
like,
up
I
with a
mean,
vaccine in the next 6 months,
30 days,
and
it
you see how
probably
people
will be.
dying, you may subject to be the first 50, 70 people that may take that vaccine. I mean,
Yeah.
those numbers
Yeah.
are going to be like that. I mean, until you really put into a situation, your back is against the wall. Right now, we can
Yeah.
say, no, I'm not taking it. I'm not going to drink the purple Kool-Aid. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But if it's going to save our life,
You know.
me personally, because thinking biblically, this is all planned.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if I would take the vaccine. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want my son to take the vaccine. It's just so many factors to look at. Because if you take the vaccine, what about your mom? What about your family? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What are the side effects of this vaccine?
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
please.
but there's side effects
They,
in
they,
everything, in
they're not
everything
gonna
that
even
you
know
take.
that for the next 10 years. The side
So
effects.
you can't make a decision, and say, oh well, what are the side effects going to be? I mean, for the most part, almost anything that they give you to take to maintain as a maintenance drug for for medicine, blood pressure pills. The side effects are sometimes worse than having your pressure high.
That's right.
But because of the fact that you need to keep it maintained and maintenance, you're gonna end up taking it. You
Right.
have
But
to,
we
or
in a
you won't
different, but
survive.
you gotta think about we in a different realm now. We in a different situation now. So, it's just, I mean, this strand of this virus, we don't really, they're saying they know where it came from. I mean, we don't know if it's airborne. We don't even know if it's really, I want
That's
to go sit outside right now on my patio. I don't even
right.
know if the air is safe enough for me. My son
That's
take
Right.
out the garbage. I'm telling him to put his mask on to go take the garbage out because we
that's
don't
right.
know if it's airborne. We don't know. I read something where this man must have had the coronavirus. I'm not sure, but he was spitting on car doors. Spitting on car
I haven't
doors.
heard that one.
Dang.
But I
Yes.
mean, I heard the one about the girls, going in there and coughing on fresh vegetables and fruit. You don't know whether or not. So now when I go and buy my fresh vegetables and fruit, I'm looking for stuff that's packaged. I'm not even trying to buy anything that I can
Yeah,
handle.
that's
Wow.
why you see
That's a
so
good
much
point,
fresh
Tanya.
vegetables. That's why
That's a
people
good
are
point.
buying canned vegetables opposed to all the fresh fruits and vegetables because what they're saying is the virus can't survive after 56 degrees, but you know how cool it is in the grocery store.
Right.
Exactly.
It's a
So like
breeding
I said,
ground.
I've been buying stuff that's prepackaged, the broccoli prepackaged,
Right, right, right.
the
Okay.
asparagus already packaged. I just not even trying to buy the stuff. Like my honey went shopping and he was like, I'm like, well, why do you have such a small amount of asparagus? He said, well, I only kept, I was watching people cutting it and doing this and doing that, so I just didn't even feel safe getting a big bowl. I'm like, oh wow, I hadn't even
And
thought
you can
about that. I'm like, you're right.
you can only wash them so much before you wash everything away. You
But
Yes.
know?
but once you cook it, I mean that's just like
It
the
still
meat.
cook it off, but you got to realize you still touching it to prep it,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
to
Like
get it
I was
ready for
making some
food to cook.
chicken the other day and I had gloves on. I'm like, I shouldn't be wearing gloves to prepare something that I'm gonna put in my mouth. Like
Right.
that's just it just makes you think of a big picture. Like you eating something that's dead, but putting it into something that's alive. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you
Right.
think about it. I mean, it's just so many factors in just food. I
It's
mean,
so much. It's so much. It's too much.
Yeah,
And
it's a lot. It's a definite lot.
you
You
can't
don't
even
know what direction to go. So technically, that's when your faith kicks in and your common sense.
That
Um
part.
listen, I went to the store and I said, if push come to shove, I didn't bought stuff to grow. I'm
Ah,
not playing with
there
these
you
because you
go.
know what? When the quarantine first hit, I'm telling you,
There
Kim can
you
tell you,
go.
we sitting in the shop. I'm like, I'm just like, I don't know how it's going. I'm trying to picture it. Like I said, I'm
Come
trying to
on,
picture
sis.
it
You talking right now.
because I'm
Yes.
just picturing like, oh my God, we ain't gonna be able to go outside. They're gonna have people with guns standing outside. Kim was like,
Baby,
well, they got drones
it's
now. They
gonna
don't
be
have
a
to do
food
that.
shortage. It's gonna be a food short. Listen, let me tell you something. That was the Holy Ghost that made you pull out them bags. You understand?
I will grow
Listen,
them
I can
oh
every.
tell
my
you, see,
God.
Let me
I
tell
had
you.
Oh my
thought about
God.
that, but then my lazy kicked in and said, you got to go out there and water
You
it and do all this
listen,
extra stuff.
listen. I keep my
You
house
have to
so
do our
warm.
little extra
Listen, if the virus can't live after 56 degrees, it ain't living in here because my house is always warm and it's always hot. I will grow these vegetables in my house, okay?
right. But you know what?
Okay.
But here, I know. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm saying this for real because I was listening to and I I don't want to be because but anyway I was listening to someone and they are a well-known prophet and but what he was saying and I I don't you know anyway
Just say it.
okay anyway he
Right,
was
we'll chop you up later if it don't make sense.
saying right I forgot who I was talking to anyway uh, but anyway he was saying that we are going to have to get back to a plant-based diet because the meats are going to go. They're going to be so contaminated they won't be able to put them on the markets. Um, there is going to be a food shortage, and I have been looking at some things that where scientists are saying there is going to be a food shortage. You got then probably within days I started looking at different articles on Facebook where you got the Smithfield pork plant. They had
Yeah.
Mhm.
shut down 304
Tyson too. Yeah.
positive for
Mhm.
coronavirus. And then there was two other plants. They poured out gallons and gallons and gallons of milk at another plant somewhere, wherever Idaho, wherever it was. And I didn't follow the thing through to do really any real research. But it, you know how you see, just notice certain things, you start seeing little things, and you think, "Wow, that thing might be happening for real." So that's
Exactly.
why I said, when you pulled out those bags of saying, "Listen, I'm gonna start growing my own food," that is going to help somebody who's going to see us today,
Mm.
because
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
look, here we go.
yeah,
What you got, girl? Some collard greens, some
but
green
listen,
Girl,
beans.
I
we
got
need
some
we
spinach,
need
some
to get
string
back to it
beans.
anyway. Our ancestors raised us on them little bags, baby. We
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
ground. We didn't eat this stuff, and we have become so indoctrinated into American culture that we have lost a lot of. And I'm talking just to people in the Black community right now. We have lost a lot of our identity and our way of life. And
Yes, yes,
it's
yes,
children.
yes.
Hmm.
It is
Because
children.
Because
you
I
know
mean, I
what?
know my
We
grandparents and even my
conform.
father, they had gardens forever.
yeah.
I used
Yeah.
to hate when my
Everybody had a
mother, my father,
Yes.
garden.
right? I used to hate when my mother said, "Go out there and get a cabbage." I'm like, "Ugh, spiders out there and
Yeah,
snakes and snails and." But you know,
Y'all can remember, we all Detroit girls. Come on now. Y'all
yeah,
know we used to have cherry trees and pear trees just growing.
We
exactly,
had peach
exactly.
trees. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I mean,
yes,
I had to go out there. My mother tell me, "I'm gonna give me a green tomato." Go out there and
yeah.
yes.
get it. I mean,
And then
I used to hate it.
you have
I
them
used to
sitting in
hate
the
it because of
kitchen
the bugs.
window.
That's
You
why I
know,
said
you
when I
have them
got
sitting.
grown, I'm not gonna have a garden because I'm not gonna be fighting with the bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
But
take that green
Now,
and they take that green tomato and put it in the windowsill.
in the
okay,
windowsill.
yes,
Yes, yes. Yeah, they lined up in the
yes,
windowsill. But you know what?
hmm
Yep.
I'm gonna say this. That is not a bad thing. And you know what?
Yep.
It's therapeutic for me. I love working out,
It is. It's
you
relaxing.
know, in a yard like that. And I know my stepfather, Mr. Lonnie, you guys all know him.
Yeah.
He used to have collard greens. He had his
Yep,
tomatoes with the tomatoes thing, the round up
yes,
tomato things, and
yep,
just all across the backyard. I mean, and we would eat that stuff. We
Yeah.
would eat it, So I mean, it can be done, but we have conformed to another way of life, you
Yes.
know.
Well, laziness has kicked in, and you just feel like, what, I ain't got time for that.
Right,
We
right,
work a
right,
lot. We got
right.
a lot of, I'll be a perfect example. My kids have very busy, lives. So that wasn't anything that I could do when I was raising my children because, you guys know my boys. They've always been involved in something and always been busy. So by the time I get home and
You
being
can't
able
go
to
in the
just cook
garden.
a meal, right, try to just cook a meal and do, and get them back and forth and do homework. Girl, ain't nobody got time to be going outside watering those doggone tomatoes and
yep.
cucumbers and things
You know what?
because you was busy.
I just want to stop you guys right there. And one of my good friends, very, very good close friends, she's been in the hospital for 3 weeks now, and I'm getting all these messages while we're talking that she's now listed in critical condition. And
Ooh,
I just, this is just heavy on me, because this
Uh,
just does not seem like norm that this is something that should be going on. You know what I'm saying? And it just hurts my heart,
yeah.
and just to see all these people that I know personally that are close to me that are
Right.
passing away from this,
A lot
you
of
right,
people
know,
because and it's so innocent. It's so
innocent.
let
innocently
me say this.
happening.
Yes,
Say
yes,
this. Let me say this because that is a good point. A lot of good people are getting caught up in this madness, and you got
yes.
and whatever, and it's a politics game. That's what's that is
They
what
want to see.
scares
They want to see
me.
the numbers.
They want, but listen, you got people. I was looking at something on CNN. I don't know if these folks was in Tennessee or wherever they were, and they were saying they had the signs because they wanted their state to reopen. Sacrifice the weak, open up the economy. These people were actually saying, let if sick people gotta die, they just gotta die. We want to go back to work. And
Well,
I'm saying,
that's
wow,
selfish and that's being boisterous. And if you think about it, when you start going to the book of Revelation, that's what it says right here. And this is letting you know that you're in the last time, because it said man was going to be full of greed and full of themselves. And this is exactly where we're coming to. And then he talked about the fact that there was going to be a stricken disease that was going to hit the planet and the world. And all of this is happening, just like Tracy said, we're living in the last days. Everything is biblical. It's all happening just as he said it would. It's just when it actually starts coming to a real halt, when you look up and you realize and see that the ascension is here, it's done.
We
Yeah.
are
It's
just the
done.
characters in the Bible. We just acting it out.
Yes.
It's already said and written. I mean, ain't
Scripture
nothing
has
gonna
Yeah.
been
change.
fulfilled.
I
It's
mean,
already written.
I'll be surprised if we have 100 years left on Earth. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It may not even be 50 years left on Earth, but it's
Right.
coming. It
But
is
let me tell
definitely
you,
coming to
with
an
something
end.
with this going biblically, I never thought that I would see the last days. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we've been hearing about the last days since we was a kid. Our
Yeah.
parents been talking about the last days. They've been hearing it since they was a kid, you know. But
Right.
our last days in our mind could be a couple of days. But God's last days is centuries from now.
Could be
You know what I'm
a
saying?
Yeah,
thousand
it
years.
could
That's
be.
his only that's his timing, that what he knows. But we think in our last days is some last days. And then you
Right.
kind of forget about it, because if you've been told that since you was a kid, you kind of forget about the last days. It's like, you know, you just living life carefree. You don't, when this hit us, nobody knew this was coming.
Nobody knew.
No. And for it to last like it is and to affect the people that it's affecting, oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God. I
And
mean,
Yeah.
I
people been
tell
texting
you,
me and I've been getting phone calls.
we lost March the 26th from coronavirus. That man got out of here before he even knew what hit him, I guarantee you.
I mean, and that just blew my mind, because I had
Yeah.
just had a conversation and then I realized it had been like 3, 4 days. I couldn't reach this person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, knock, knock, hello, where are you? You haven't texted me back. What are you doing? You know, you start getting a little irritated, like, oh, you're ignoring me now. But the
Right.
fact of the matter is, this person was laying up in emergency fighting for their lives.
Yeah,
That's right.
ain't no
Just
communication
that
unless the
quick.
nurses are nice enough to let you talk to someone, you know, or FaceTime your family. There is no communication. You just think how horrible and devastating that is. You being in the hospital, and you just being the patient and your loved ones. You know, when they go in the hospital, you don't know what's coming out. You
That's
You
don't
can't even
know.
see them. You can't hold their hand. You can't tell them the last time I love you. You know, stay strong, do this. You don't have any of that.
you
You
can't
have
feel
none of that.
because I mean they scared that they don't know if the dead bodies are carrying the viruses, so they don't even want to embalm them because the embalming fluid they emit more gases and it could.
Heck, the funeral homes won't even pick them up if they're COVID
No,
symptoms. They won't even pick them up.
they said
Really?
cyanide
That's
poisoning
why that's why
has
these bodies
stacked
are
the
being
bodies.
laid in these refrigerated trucks and stuff until they can figure out what to do. Because when
Oh my
my
They don't
girlfriend's
God.
even know
father
where their
died,
loved ones are. They haven't even tagged them. They don't even
yeah,
know where
and you
their
know
loved ones
how
are.
they're identifying them is they're taking a picture and telling you on our camera, just like how we're talking now, is this your loved one? Because my God, the sister Jim had to do it for their father last week. And actually, when they called Swanson Funeral Home to pick him up, they said, "What did he die from?" They said, "Complications of the COVID." They said, "Oh no, we can't pick him up there. Thank you for calling." Click. She said they hung up the phone on her so fast. She had to call them back and say, "Wait a minute, we bought a pre burial death package with you." So they said, "Oh, okay, well we'll go get him."
Wow.
They wasn't gonna go get him. So it's a lot. They don't know what to do with it at the funeral home because they don't want to be exposed to it.
Oh my
So
God.
it's a mess. And then I don't know if you saw it at Plymouth Congregational Church a couple of weeks ago. They had the body outside.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Plymouth Congregational. They had the
Yeah.
body outside in front of the church
Yeah.
and had people come by to do a viewing
Yeah.
at Nick Hood's church.
Yeah. She
Sure
did.
did. And I got a picture of that. I can prove that. It is no joke. I sent it to my son.
I
He was
saw
like,
it.
"Oh wow." I'm like, "Yes." Okay, and it ain't like Michigan warm today.
No. Yeah.
But this is just what we're dealing with. That you can't even give empathy or love or care to somebody that has lost their loved one. You can't walk up to you and give them a hug and say, "Girl, it's gonna be all right," or "Brother, I'm sorry," because you don't have that opportunity anymore because we don't know what we're dealing with. How
Right.
hard is that? That you can't give your loved one a good send away. Now, my friends and my uncle passed from a day before yesterday or was Thursday. So my family's like, we don't even know what we're gonna do right now.
Wow.
what do we do? Do you
Right. I
got to
mean, if people
postpone having?
aren't traveling, you know,
Yeah, I can't get there. I'm not going to try to get there. I mean, I pray that all goes well. But what do we do? Now, and the only thing we could suggest was, well, we're gonna have to cremate and maybe do a memorial at a later date. I mean, you can't, some stuff, just like we were talking about our friend and Deborah and I knew, it took a month for them to get his services together.
Yeah.
Wow.
They didn't know what to
A
do.
month. And then you can only have 10 people, and that includes the musician and the pastor. So technically, you only can invite 8 people.
It was
So
painful.
it's a mess. It is so hurtful, the way you have to deal with these situations when people are losing their loved ones because you can't really grieve them. You can't give a good celebration of life because of the fact that they're dying. I mean, just like with the volunteers, they only could deal with the 10 people again. And this woman, for a fact, she will be laid out for a week.
Right.
Wow.
well,
So
someone
it's
told me that it was a couple and the husband was caring for the wife because the wife had dementia. The husband ended up catching the coronavirus, was dead in the house for 7 days, and because she had dementia, she thought he was asleep.
Jesus.
mm.
When I tell you that just was
Oh,
heartbreaking, you know what I'm saying? That, oh my God. And then so,
But
you
then
know,
you
now
wonder,
she's,
so obviously they have no other family that's looking out and checking on them to realize that 4 or 5 days, you ain't heard or seen him.
well, she, I mean, but you can't come by the house, and maybe if she answered the
Right.
phone, she
She
might,
might say, oh, he's
dementia
asleep.
comes and
He sleep.
goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said he sleep. Or he just in the other room.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's a
it's
lot
a
of
lot
husband and wives are having the corona, and a lot of the
yeah.
husbands are passing away. It just seems like it's a lot of men
Well,
passing
yes,
from this.
exactly. It's a lot of men that's passed away. I've only had one female that I know of that has passed away. I done had about 15 men.
Yeah,
So I don't that's a
you're right,
very
Kim.
odd thing.
Yeah.
Nah, shit.
Yeah.
Don't start no shit now. Get you some
Girl, go
water.
get you some water.
Right.
Like
Give me
I said, they
another
got
one
this
of the
meme
Skittles.
out where people coughing and sneezing, and they say, "Come on now, don't go on through it with all
Baby,
that."
listen, you will get tackled. You will get beat up.
You will get shot. You will get messed up. That's
Look,
right.
there's two things that'll get you whooped.
A
Somebody.
sneeze and a cough.
I
That's
saw
like
an old video. It was Lou Rawls. He was performing. I think You Gonna Miss My Loving Baby. When I tell you
yeah.
that man was coughing when he was performing, it was so funny because he was trying to sing and coughing. They was relating that to the corona, like, and the background singers was just singing, "You're gonna miss my love." He was coughing. Oh
Right.
my
I didn't
God.
know no more.
They should have just
Right.
cut it. He should have stopped performing. He kept coughing. Y'all got to pull that one up because when I say
I
it
gotta
was
Right.
find that one. But and
hilarious.
I tell
I
you another thing that'll get
bet.
you jumped out. Don't go walking someplace and got a pack of tissue in your hand.
Yeah, yeah.
They may jump you for that.
Right. No, I
Other
believe it.
than
No,
tell
what
my
was funny was they went out and
go
bought all
back,
that crap, and then they tried to,
you
before
better
they
hurry up
told
on the country. They
nobody
go,
to buy it, they tried to take it back in the store saying no. Costco,
no,
all
they're
that.
not doing returns and stuff.
But listen, I'm
Wow.
gonna tell you, cause see, I have a cough, but because of all of this going on or whatever, I've had a cough for some time, and it's like because of what's going on, you don't want to get jacked up. So it's like
You
you
try to
gotta make.
hold it.
Listen, I be
Right.
standing there, and my body be going like this,
Right.
cause you be trying to hold it in. You
Right.
Right.
You're trying to go.
Right.
And because look, I'm older now, your bladder is weak, so you either gonna cough or you gonna pee. So which one you gonna do?
Right. Well, look, you do both.
So really, you about to pass out because you trying not to pee
Right.
on your damn self. Your
You
weak
Exactly.
ain't
ass
I'm
bladder.
gonna have to go
lying.
back to some depends because I can't talk anymore.
You ain't lying. So listen. We have covered everything I could think of. I think that y'all want to give some parting thoughts. We could just go around.
Well, my
Um,
first first thing is that we have to continue to take this serious. This, we know, this is not a time to think that we have broken through, we're gonna be okay. Yes, we are gonna be okay, but we still gotta be safe. And that's all we can do is continue to be safe. Continue to do the things that you know are going to keep you safe, despite what somebody says about you. You still wearing that mask? Yeah, I'm still wearing my mask. Keep yourself safe.
Yeah.
Um, what I would say is there are instructions to this life, and you got to follow the rules of life, and it takes you back to wherever you are in religion. It should make your faith stronger. Um, like I say, I understand the big picture of this, and that's why I'm not scared, but I'm concerned. And I'm only concerned because I have a child and trying to explain this to him and trying to get him to understand the seriousness of it. You know, trying to tell my mother to stay home, because she just wants to be out. She's just saying she's so depressed and she's not used to this. So, it definitely lies on your faith. I mean, you can say you can preach all day, we gonna be okay, but if you ain't living it and believing it, you just talking.
Right?
Faith without works.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and you can't have faith and fear. You got to choose which one. And I was looking at the 10 commandments, and it's just so I've been looking at it since I was a kid. That was just like a ritual to always look
I
at it on
love that
Easter.
movie.
And I it was it, Pharaoh didn't believe nothing, and he really thought he was just invincible. And I just remembered the part of the death angel, and I've always heard about the death angel. And I was listening to my client, her husband's a pastor, and he said, I am a man of God. He said, I'm telling you, the death angel is out. He said, you watch these firstborn men. He said, you watch it. He said, make sure that you are covered. And I forgot that any oil is symbolic. So I went in my cabinet, and I got some vegetable oil, and I anointed my doors. You know what I'm saying? Just for that protection. And I prayed. And it's just like, when after you turn 40, your prayer life get real, the list get longer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yes.
As you get
Detail.
a certain age, you know what I'm saying, stuff gets after 40, I think that's when you come into yourself and life gets really real. You got to go to the doctor more often.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's just, people are passing away. They've always passed away, but it's so much
Right.
now,
Right.
after this 40-year-old age, that you go through. So for me, I know I need to get more deeper into my prayer. I can't just pray in the bed. You can't be praying in the bed. I mean, you got to get up and get on them knees. I need to get on my knees and go in my closet. I need to really get
And
into. So
sometimes Tracy, just to jump in, I don't have to want to have to talk out loud wherever I'm at. I might be sitting in my car, but Lord, it's just sitting here on my heart right now. You
Yeah.
gotta you gotta talk to him. You gotta have that connection. And if you
Right.
don't, I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
you will
'Cause
be left. I mean, you will be left behind.
yeah,
Really, you will be left behind. And for me, this time that I needed, because I haven't took a vacation, like being off of work, and I probably haven't been on vacation probably maybe 5, 6, maybe longer than that. I think a vacation is getting on the plane. I don't like being in the car going nowhere. I like getting on the plane. I like the process and everything. So it's been a while for me. So taking myself out of the salon, I I really needed this time. I needed this time to spend more time with my son and spend more time with myself and get in tune with myself. And it's a lot of things that I kind of learned about myself. I've had an opportunity that I had planted a seed. It was a seed planted last year, and now it's being watered.
Harvest.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
so
yeah,
and during this coronavirus, who gets a job during a coronavirus? You know what I'm saying? And being able to still work and do what I like to do in my profession. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I know that something great is going to come out of this, but you got to wait. You got to wait
Yeah.
for it because it's a process.
That's right.
So I'm waiting. I'm going through the process. It ain't complete yet. I gotta be humble, and I gotta stay focused. That's the thing. I gotta stay
Yes.
And when
focused, and that's
and
the
when
thing.
you say wait, the definition of that word, you're just not sitting there waiting,
Right.
not
Right.
doing anything. You're
Come
actually
on, Phil.
wait.
You
You're
better
you're
say that.
you're
Yeah.
waiting you're waiting
Right.
on God. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah.
You like serving God like a waiter. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what you're doing. You're just not sitting there dormant, not doing
That's
anything.
good.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Well, I mean,
good.
that's the process. Um, for me, I mean, really, definitely staying prayed up. You know, every time I walk out the door, you know, it's just driving down the street and how the streets are just so empty, and
I think you froze up.
every day feels like after a certain time, every day feels like a Sunday. You know,
Yeah.
because the streets are so empty, and it's
Hmm.
such a it's such a I can't. What's the word I'm looking for? I mean, there's
I mean,
nobody outside.
it's apocalyptic. I mean, you just realize you think it's not real. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
apocalyptic. It just doesn't seem real.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Right.
yesterday, you
But
know, like yesterday, I work at is by Westbourne where I go, and just seeing people standing outside waiting to get in the grocery store, I just can't get with that.
I know.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
know, I wanted to go in there, and I was like, I'm not about to stand outside to wait to
yeah,
get
I
in the
haven't
grocery store.
experienced that yet. I've been able to just walk in
what?
the
I missed
store and
that.
do what I need to do.
I missed that.
She was saying
What?
she was talking about the grocery store lines outside the buildings waiting
Yeah,
to get in.
I just couldn't get with just seeing them stand outside, just waiting to go to the grocery store. I couldn't get with that, even though I know what's going on, and just people was just, and then
You couldn't
like
process it.
the vitamin place and the natural food stores, there the line was like wrapped around the corner. I mean, people are buying up the vitamins, and you know, and the Trader Joe's they stay crowded, you know. But the thing is people are telling you what, I mean, you don't really know what to take. You know, to have your vitamin C, you know, do you take your multivitamin? The doctors ain't really communicating with you well to tell you, okay, this is what you need to do. You know, and you
Because
can't
they
take
don't know.
you
They
can't take
don't
all
Yeah,
this
they
know.
don't know.
medication.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And just I don't know. I don't know. But you know, I just continue to pray. And I mean, I like, you know, Latrice, you done been in some situations and God done carried you through. So you know what? This is a different situation, but not no other this situation where you can't pray about it. So you just have to
Uh-huh.
continue to pray and just keep
Thank
on
God.
keep
Thank
and
God.
right and
Different
keep going
situations,
through.
thank God.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, I always thank God when I wake up in the morning, but shoot, I need to thank God every hour because people are just leaving here so fast. It's like you can't even take it, you can't even gasp it, you can't even take it in. Like what? You know, you be like, huh?
What you doing over
What?
there,
And like I
I,
said, it doesn't
I
even
know,
seem
right?
real.
You got
It
company,
doesn't even
girl.
seem real.
You got you got company in quarantine.
Yeah. She just glowing and
I
grinning.
know, right? I'm like,
Stay out my damn business.
he got company to a
Get it,
quarantine.
girl. Get it,
I
girl.
I'm mad at you. I'm
She
I'm
like, all
mad
right,
at
well,
you.
we can wrap this on up. I done spoke first.
Honey, look, I'm just telling you, my honey is here and he is hooking it up for a sister. Has been
All
doing that for a long
right.
time. We got our dinner already made. I'll be having cocktails soon. So it's gonna be a
Oh,
great time.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Well,
Great
praise
day.
God.
Yes.
Praise
Yes,
God.
Yes.
hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I
Hallelujah.
am thankful. I am so thankful in more ways than you can even imagine. You know,
Wow.
Oh,
Wow. Good for you.
yes,
it's been a lot
Where
to
congratulations.
you
deal with, but just
going,
because of this
girl?
one person has made it so much easier.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
much
And he was
Oh,
right on time. Right on
right.
every
time.
Perfect.
girl. Like I said, when you're not looking, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
Kim, go ahead and give us your final thoughts.
Well, you know what? I'm kind of emotional right now because I'm
Oh, your
doing
friend.
a few other things right now, and but I'm just gonna go back to what Latrice said, what Tanya said. You know, the same thing: faith over fear. And I'm trying to, just keep that in my mind, and just remember that the Lord has control over all of this, and what's going to happen is going to happen. It's already
Mhm.
been predetermined, and we know that. But still, living in this it's just changing me. It's changing me, and it's making, like you said, Treese, my relationship with the Lord just so much deeper, because that's the only person I have to run to. You know what I'm saying? That you can't run to the doctors. They can't save you. They don't know what's going on.
Right.
So in saying that, I know I have to get deeper into my word. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I'm really emotional because this girl does not deserve this. She
Yeah.
don't deserve this. And so just, and this is not the norm. Just, every other day, you hearing of somebody that you love just dying. You can't
Yeah.
even go see them, you can't say goodbye to them.
Mhm.
um and mentally it does affect me. This is affecting me, and
Yeah.
so even just conversating with you guys this morning, and just getting some things out, and just to hear how other people are dealing with this, and how you guys are feeling about this. I know I'm not alone, and the whole world is going through this, but it just makes it so much better when we can connect with each other, and kind of just get some things out, get some things out, because I haven't been able to do that
Yeah.
effectively, and so I just have to, put all of my faith in God right now. And and I'm just grateful for the people that I do have in my life. And I do pray, that everybody stays healthy, that just does not affect them, but, we don't know. We don't know. And so, I'm just trying to adjust to the new norm, or the norm, what's going on right now.
Well,
It's an
adjust to
adjustment,
the
and it's not
now,
easy.
because this
It's
we don't.
it's a
It's
Can
change.
you
It
hear
is
adjusting
me?
to
definitely,
the now.
just like the song that
Can you
came
guys
out.
hear me?
A change is gonna.
Yeah,
Can y'all hear me?
yeah,
No?
yeah. I can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, they can't hear me.
Okay, she
We
froze
lost
up.
her.
I'm waiting for her to come back in, but
It's not
yeah,
even so much adjusting to the new norm. It's adjusting to the now, because we don't
Yeah,
know what's the norm, anymore.
like I said,
Like I
you
said, did you guys say
trying to
what?
stay in your
We
regular
heard you,
whatever,
Kim.
but it's
Oh,
not
you
regular
did?
anymore.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Yeah,
you guys could hear me. But and I think we just all need to, continue to pray for each other, for the people that are around us, for our country, you know.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
yeah. I can
Yes.
hear you and see you.
Yes.
Huh. I don't know what.
she froze up again.
Yeah,
I will get her back. But yeah, you know what? I just want to piggyback on. Oh well, here she is. Hold on. Got it. Can you hear us
Yeah.
again?
Yeah. And so, if we could just, just be prayerful with each other, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to intercede, we don't know what's going on, but we just pray, we
Yeah.
just pray. And, this is where we're at. This is where we're at right now.
You know
yeah.
it's strange because can't no money get you out of this. That's how you
I
know
keep
it's a
Nope.
going out.
spiritual thing. It ain't nothing. I mean, when you look at the celebrities, I mean, how they connect with, they are regular people at the end of the day. The only difference
Yep.
is they tax bracket, or how much money they make. That's what makes them different from us. But at the end of the day, they're just like us. I mean, you can't, money can't buy nothing. None of this. And it's
No,
and it's,
I
it's,
mean, just
it's
had several, like you said, several entertainers that have become ill from this virus.
yeah,
And like you said, it's the grace of God that they survived it. But then there's a lot of them that didn't. And it didn't matter your status. It didn't matter what you did. It didn't matter whether you
Doesn't
had a
matter.
bank account. You were done when it was time for you to be done.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
yeah,
I mean, like
yeah.
I said, when Deborah mentioned last night, that it's taken out over 50 something people of the COVID membership. That's huge. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
And here these are, and you're looking at these are God fearing, God centered people, and they're not here anymore because their time was done. And like you said, it didn't matter about your status that you might have been the Kojic leader for however many years. God said, "I'm bringing you home," and it hurts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here it hurts to kid because we still have to realize we're not gonna have that person here anymore. I mean, it's just a lot. I mean, it's just a lot. I mean, and like you said, this thing isn't done yet.
It's not done
It's
yet.
not done yet. So you need to continue to prepare yourself, and you need to continue to stay steady on God and His Word, because, like you said, this isn't over yet. And your faith is going to be what gets you through. Your fears are what's going to take you down. So you
Yeah.
can't have both.
Right.
So you have to decide: am I fearing God or am I fearing man? I'm
Mm.
not fearing man ever. Whatever God's decision is, as bad as it may hurt, that's obviously what it was. But at the same token, my faith is to carry me on, get me through this.
Now listen, I want y'all to pray for Braxton because they said the doggies can get the coronavirus.
I seen him licking you in your mouth.
It's him and mommy can't do without her Braxton.
What?
Ah.
Put a mask on the dog when he go
Right.
outside to go pee pee. They make doggy masks too for the dog.
What's his name, Deborah?
If somebody make one, I will surely buy it. I
What's
sure will.
what's the dog's name?
Braxton.
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 Okay.
We'll put him
Well,
on the prayer list.
Right. He on the canine list. We put
Yeah.
him on the canine list. But far as all of us, like you said, we just have to stay prayed up. We have to stay prayed up.
Yeah.
Your faith is going to be strong as ever. And again, your fear, the only fear you should have is what God may have. And that's it. Nothing
Mm.
else is going to be what's going to be a fear. And like you said, we don't want to be a hostage in our world because we still have to function.
Yeah.
So you just function with safety and continue to just wait on the Lord. That's all we can do. Like Kim said, wait. She said, wait is wait on the Lord. It's not wait for us, man, whatever. I'm waiting on God. And I can say this. I didn't do this earlier, but I was supposed to go to Mardi Gras. And my trip got canceled like a week before. And I was looking like, what? How did this gonna happen? Oh my God, we wanted to like, and we were, good friends, we were all ready to go out here and hang. And I had to realize that was God.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of those people that ended up going to
mm-hmm,
Mardi
mm-hmm.
Gras, how sick they have become, and how New Orleans is going through what they're going through, that lets me know God protected that. He protected us from that. Because that trip was stopped. He did
Yeah.
not allow us to
Even when we don't know it, even when,
exactly.
yeah, even when we don't know it, even when we don't know it, and it's just, but it's just good to be able to fellowship and have conversation with
Yeah.
you guys, and to get some of these things out.
Hmm.
You know,
Absolutely. Listen, I to the audience who and whoever watches this video later on in the replay. Listen, I have the best friends in the world. These girls have like down through the years, have been
Deborah Mitchell, how long I've been knowing you, girl?
yeah, and
I think,
I've known you longer than any
So
of them.
much.
yeah, I mean,
I've known you longer than anybody else.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I think maybe with Tanya and them, it should be 30 years. So maybe about 32, 33 years I've known you. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you got to
yeah,
say the first and the last name.
Kim,
She always
Kim
say Deborah
Grant,
Mitchell.
yeah. I call her Deborah Mitchell, and she called me Manny. Yeah,
that's
she
Manny.
called
Yeah,
she called
And
me Manny.
listen, my, down through the years, we done cried together, prayed each other through all kind of stuff. You name it.
fuss each other out, fuss with
Yeah,
each
we
other,
lost
so
our parents together, different.
hard headed, but at the same time, it's always with nothing but love. And it may not be like no talk or get emotional, but very regular. But none of that has ever.
No, and it's
Yeah.
crazy because Tanya and I, we had the same babysitter when we were little. You know, remember Geraldine?
Wow. I
Yeah,
never knew that.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I mean, just but
Wow.
yeah. So we
I
all have.
never knew that. Now
yeah,
that was some group trivia right there. Oh,
yeah.
and Latrice,
I
you
have a
are
job
officially,
like
well,
that.
hold on a second, y'all. Latrice, you are officially in, it's not a social club, it's a game now. You got to get your membership jacket to,
Right.
I think she'll do well. I think she'll fit in. We gotta initiate her, but
Now you got to jump me in. You got to jump
yeah,
me
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We need to connect. We need to do cocktails and conversations. We need to get Nicole on here. And the reason why we need to get Nicole is because Nicole is a survivor of COVID. And we
Okay.
need
Yes.
to get Nicole on here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
We'll,
That'll be it.
we'll do it again because you know what? I think, here's my opinion. I think it's gonna be a mistake what they're doing. Because we're barely stabilizing our numbers just based on what's happening here. We're barely stabilizing the number of deaths.
You think they're
I
moving too
expect the number
fast?
of cases to go up because you're still testing people.
Right.
It's only like 100,000 people that's been tested. It's 10 million people here in the state. So, so you figure we got all of the scatterbrain testing, so those numbers are going to continue to go up. But the thing that is that the death toll, we trying to flatten that, and it's a sad thing to say that you're not trying to get it down to zero. We just want to flatten the curve so it's not peaking. So I think we're going to end up back under full quarantine, or maybe even worse. I just think that I think that we are not out of the woods, and I want to encourage people to please stay safe, stay home. If you have to go to work, I can't. There's nothing anybody can say. People got to feed their families and stuff. Do what you got to do. Do it the best way you can. Try to protect yourself, with the mask and all of that stuff, and then go back in the house. It's not worth it.
It's not.
No, it's really is not.
And everything good. What are you going to go out there and fight your way through this? What are you going to get from this other than perhaps sick? There's nothing at the end of this. This is just a rainbow. There's no pot of gold at the end. You can't chase anything to make it better. Like I said, it's peace be still. And that's what it is. Peace be still. And that's what we have to do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be calling you, Trees. Probably later on today. I don't know. I might just do a cash app. I need you to put something, sew something up for me.
You what you need a wig?
Uh,
Huh?
yeah.
Okay, I'll be back in the salon. Actually, I can FaceTime you when I get there, and I can
Okay.
just show you the variety of wigs that she has.
Oh, okay. Cool. And then
Hey, I'm telling you. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't. That's okay. I don't want to mention that name on the air. I
oh,
mean,
okay.
What
yeah.
name?
Huh?
What name?
The name I didn't want to mention.
She said she don't
Mention
want to
it.
mention.
Huh? No,
I said
I
mention it.
no,
No, call each other.
yeah, you because I
Okay,
don't know if
call
that
me
would be
later.
appropriate. Huh?
I said
Yeah,
call me later.
yeah. But anyways, you guys, this has been real and it's been good.
It's
I've
fine.
enjoyed the conversation with you
Yeah.
guys this morning.
Yeah, I got up about 8:30 because I thought I was gonna oversleep because I ended up going to bed like 4 o'clock in the morning last night.
Girl, she
This
was
morning,
making cookies, Deborah.
I didn't make them. I didn't
Oh,
make
you didn't
them.
make
I
them?
didn't make them.
I was up
I ate an
late too,
apple.
though.
I ate an apple, but I got up on time and made my breakfast. But I am probably going to lay back down and take a nap. I do need to go to the store, but I mean, the devil will creep up because when it was 10 o'clock and ain't nobody called me, I was like, they probably need cancel shit. But now don't nobody call me. I'm going back to bed.
Right.
I
Right.
I didn't put
Yeah.
on these dang on lashes.
Yeah. Me too.
I got on my pajamas, but I got my jacket on.
I know that's right. I wasn't going to cancel it. I figured, one or two people would probably maybe straggle in. That was okay. That's why I said, it's what's cool about this is I try to do it where it's kind of informal. This ain't CNN or MSNBC or nothing, so we can kind of, we
This
got wiggle room.
this is our CNN.
This our thing, yeah.
Technology is wonderful because you know what? Think back in the day, if we didn't have technology, what would we be doing at home? It probably
Right
we would be
now, yes.
driving somebody crazy. Somebody gonna get hurt.
Girl, right.
It'd be a lot of divorces and domestic violence and everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you know what,
Real quick.
ladies of faith,
Let me
ladies of
just say this. There was a story that came up on the Atlanta news where a stepfather ended up killing his stepson because his stepson would not stay in place. 16 years old. So the
What?
boy left. The boy left. And then when he tried to come
Oh
back home, they had the
no.
doors blocked and wasn't going to let him back in. And the 16-year-old boy came back to the house and kicked the doors in, kicked the door in. And he and his stepfather got into a tussle in a fight. And the stepfather ended up getting his gun and shooting and killing the boy.
What? Come on now.
And
Wow.
honestly, you tell me
But
it's
his anger wasn't really towards that child. That was something else made him do that.
I don't know what it was. He was probably frustrated and tired of the child, and that
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
had been
Yeah.
misbehaving
Well, you
all
know, when you
along.
think about this boy that went out, ain't no telling where he been, and you may be bringing something that's going to affect the family. That's why I say these young people
Oh
don't
well,
really
maybe so.
understand,
Yeah.
that this virus is serious.
Exactly. I mean, even the comedian Lou Nell, she put her daughter out because the fact that
Yeah. Yeah.
said, look, my
Linnell,
husband,
the comedian.
yes,
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
said,
yeah.
my husband been
Hmm.
sick, my daughter's playing, she don't understand. We at that age, this kill us, and I had to let her
Right. Now that is true.
uh,
With them young
any leaks said that about her son. So, you have to think about this, and and I don't, and like I said, there could have been some more underlying issues as to why this father had so much anger toward this boy. But then, this could have been so disrespectful to the father,
There
and
you
they could
go. There
have
you
with him
go.
until he had met his breaking point.
Right. Right. Right.
yeah.
he didn't have to
And so
kill him
now,
though. He didn't
But
have to
on
now,
kill
top,
him.
but you know
right.
what? You
But
we
now this man is in prison, so this mom has lost her son and her
and her
husband.
husband. And her husband. But ladies, before we wrap this up and we head out, I like for Deborah Mitchell
Okay.
uh to
But she already
maybe
put Deborah on there.
I, I like for Deborah, maybe Deborah Mitchell, Tanya, whoever wants to, Trees, to maybe lead us out in a just a nice little peaceful prayer, until we
Okay.
meet
Okay.
again.
I'm
Um,
texting Deborah Robinson. She wants to know. Uh, wait a minute.
can she log back on? Because she can lead us out in prayer.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me
See,
call.
we see
Let me
see
call her. Oh yeah, it might be. That might have been perfect timing.
right.
She's the prayer.
Yes,
A pro
yes,
warrior.
yes,
I,
yes.
I'm the prayer. She's the prayer.
Can she jump on?
Let me see. I'm calling her now.
Oh, I gotta use the bathroom.
We just getting ready to. It just ended. Can you jump back on because we just getting ready to close out for prayer and you text me. Ain't that something? Make see how God work. Thank you. She coming back.
No, no,
Okay.
but do you guys understand how we operate?
Right.
Yes,
Look at that. Look how we operate.
yes. This is definitely a divine order situation.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And tell me if we
Can't
do
hear
not
her.
have favor on us.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
why I said if there's anybody I want to talk to at a time like this where you stuck trapped in the house, locked down, I want to talk to them girls because I know I feel better when I get through with them. Let's see. Okay, that's Kim. Okay, I'm waiting on Deb to come back.
Okay, so then you'll go into the chat and then Deborah will show up.
Right, I'm gonna go out, but I'll be here. Yeah. Can y'all see the chat board? I know Tanya can see it.
I
Did
can
y'all
see
see
it
that
before. I
something
can't.
you all?
I can't see it now, but I did see it before.
What
Well,
about
It's a
you?
difference with me logging in on my laptop as opposed to being on another device. It wasn't working for me being on the other devices, so I had to use my computer.
Oh, okay. But you were seeing me talk. Here go there.
Yep.
What happened to Latrice? Okay. Hey, I can see you in here. Wait a minute. Let me get Tracy back in here.
Okay.
Wait. I'm going out. I'm gonna come off the screen, Deb, but I'm here for the prayer.
Okay, I can't see anybody.
We see you.
Okay.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
Girl, that's my mama coming in the door. Hold on one second. She wants to stay home.
Girl, go get Miss Manny. We need her.
She wants to stay home.
She won't stay at home. Where she? It's 12 o'clock. Where she been?
Don't. Listen here, Tracy.
Wait
Wait,
a minute. No.
wait.
Oh no. Heck no.
Don't talk. We're screaming live. Oh shit! Get the hell out of my face. Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
Oh no!
She's such a
Hey,
lady.
Miss Manny.
Hi, Miss
Hey,
Janie.
Deb. Welcome back. I
Oh,
can't
hi,
hear you guys.
Kim.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to
Hi.
drop. Hold on.
We can hear you.
I can hear
I
you
can't
guys
hear
too. I just
Deb.
can't.
I can't
I
hear her. I can't hear
I
her.
can hear Deb.
You can. I can
I
hear. I can't hear.
Kim fell off.
okay. I can't see anybody, but I can hear.
Okay. Deb.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. I can't. It just sounds static. Okay. Can
Mitchell, are
everybody?
you still there?
It
Huh?
says the host. My screen says the host is not online.
Does she sound static to you?
Yeah. Yeah, because mine saying host is not joined yet.
Don't even try it, Satan. Don't even try it.
Right.
We gonna get this done.
He can try, but we just ain't going for it.
Hmm.
Right.
What account?
I'm finna text her and see where she at.
Hey guys, I'm here.
Oh, there she
Oh,
is.
that's right. We
You
can't
got
see
just
you.
But now she knocked Kim out.
no, I didn't knock her out. Yeah, wait a minute, Kim. Y'all can't. Y'all, I'm still here. That's how y'all are on.
Okay.
So I'm just off the screen.
Okay. Can you still
Okay.
see us? Okay.
I can hear Kim, but she's gone.
Okay, I'm here. I'm back. Can you see me?
Yep, there you are.
Okay.
I can't see anybody. I
Okay.
feel
She
left
left a
out.
You
message saying she
can't.
could hear us.
Oh,
I can't
No.
hear
we can
Deb.
see you.
Yeah, we can
Okay,
see you.
I guess that's good enough.
I can't hear nothing she's saying.
You can't.
Tanya,
Huh?
you froze.
Am I?
Oh, not now. You was just standing
Okay.
still. It seemed like you was froze.
I'm here.
Kim,
Now where's Kim?
is somebody
I see Kim. I see everybody except for Deborah
Oh, you don't see
Mitchell.
Kim?
searching?
You say you do?
Wouldn't it have gone to the
You see
police?
Kim?
Been something wrong? Hold on. Hold on. The alarm went off. There's nothing wrong. Tell them there's nothing wrong. When I opened the door for you, it went off.
Anybody talking? Tanya?
Okay. Tanya,
Huh?
can you hear? Okay.
I
I
can't hear
can.
I can't hear nobody but you.
You can only hear me?
Yep.
Okay, because I can hear everybody and see everybody.
I can't hear Deb. If she's talking, I can't hear her.
I'm not talking. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I don't hear none of her sound. I don't hear nothing.
Oh.
Let me log out loud back on. Maybe that's what I
No,
need to
don't
do.
do that.
Oh,
Just stay there.
okay.
Because you might not get back in. We'll just have to see if we can make the adjustments to get it to all come together. Mitchell, you still there?
Looks like she's not there. Oh,
She
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 says
says
is.
I'm
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 here.
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 Okay.
So we ready? We're gonna just wrap up in prayer. And
Can everybody hear everybody?
I
Oh,
can.
okay, there you go, Deborah.
okay. Father God, we just come before you and
Okay, I
thank
can't
you and
hear.
praise you and glorify you. We love you, Lord. We know that you are here in the middle of our situations. You are here in the middle of everybody's situation if they let you in. We ask in Jesus' name, Father, that you protect us and help us know what your will is for us each and every day during this time period. Help us to make the appropriate adjustments to the new normal, Father. Help us to receive your additional blessings and to count those blessings as things become the new normal. And Father, just because it's a new normal doesn't mean that it has to be a bad normal, because every time your people went through a change, things got better. And so, Father, we just stand in agreement with you and your word that you intervene in our situations. You said if your people would humble themselves, turn from their wicked ways, and pray, then would you hear from heaven? Well, Father, that's what we have purpose to do. We purpose to turn from our ways and pray to you so that you hear and change our situations. Father, we ask for your anointing to be on our lives. Help us to make wise decisions. Help us to minister to people who are in need. Help us to take the focus off of ourselves and put it where you want it to be. Father, we ask that you keep us protected, covered in the blood of Jesus, so that we can go and do what you want us to do without being in fear of any contamination, of contracting anything. Father, we ask that you would protect our families and our loved ones, Father, so that nobody that we have a contact with or that impacts our lives is negatively infected or impacted by what's going on in the world today. Father, we know that at the end of all of this, joy comes. Mourning might be happening for many right now, but Father, we know that there will be joy in the morning, whether that morning is a month from now or a year from now. We will rejoice all throughout it and before it comes. We're going to rejoice while the battle is going on, and we're going to rejoice when it's over. We give you all the glory, all the honor, all the praise. And Father, we ask that you would bless Deborah for her hearing from you and doing what it is that you've had her to do. And Father, each of us continue to minister to us how you want us to respond. And we just give you glory and honor and praise. And we thank you for it, Father,
Thank you,
in
Lord.
Jesus' name. Amen and
Amen.
hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
All right. All right. All right, ladies.
I didn't hear.
Okay, ladies. Love you guys.
Love
Okay,
We'll
be
you.
hopefully
safe.
get to do this again. Definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
Okay,
see you.
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Have a good one. Be blessed.
Okay, you too.